So you're all completely shocked by the scene that just happened in front of you. Lady Seraphine and Adrian are now gone, and Madame Crèche lays on the ground with her head in her lap in a mysterious woman's lap. Mary is kneeling down next to her, and they're just overlooking her body and talking amongst themselves. When the battle ended, where do you think you all would have stopped at?
I know me and Solara ran straight towards Madame Crèche.
Okay.
Wasn't there like a little chipmunk holding on to
You were a red squirrel, and you were holding on to
her foot?
Were you? Okay, well, that's fine. But Selka would have kind of came up a little bit after. Like, I know it's bad. She's not too worried about it. But she's like just
that's
dragging
Selka, not you.
Yeah, she's just dragging her bone arms behind her. Like, what's going on?
Selka, as you are slowly walking up with your bone arms behind you, you feel a rage that you've never felt before start to come up from your chest down to the pit of your stomach. And without even, this is not even your movement, you turn and you lift both dead bone legs above your head. And inside of your head, you hear Vale screaming in a rage. And that's all you hear. And your ears are just thrumming intensely. And you, without even the control of your body, you go up to the shell of one of the dead Valeedthrums, and you just start just wailing, raging, and you're smashing into the shell with these arms. And as you do that for a good 12 seconds, the screaming starts to calm down. And your body on the inside, your physical body does not, but your body on the inside feels like it just fell to the floor. And your arms feel heavy, but you're still holding on to your trophies. And slowly that anxiety inside of your chest dies down. But inside, it just feels like a person who just released a whole lot of anger, rage, and energy. But your outside feels just fine. Where your ears are ringing just a little bit.
Okay. I feel like she's not really much of a talker or a noisemaker. But as her body was probably moving on its own, and she was kind of smashing that bug, it probably wouldn't be a scream more so than a snarl as she was doing it. And after it kind of died down, I'm thinking she probably would have just let go of the bug arms. Can she feel Vale?
She can. Vale, almost, it's like she's dormant, but she's there behind your eyes. She went through something really traumatic just now, but you're not sure what triggered it.
Okay. So then afterwards, I feel like in the midst of it kind of dying down, she probably would have been breathing really heavy. I don't know, I feel like she might be the most nonchalant, cool person panic ever. You know? And maybe even she'll kind of get on the ground. Like, not like fall to her knees, but like, I don't know. That heaviness is kind of projecting into like a physical thing. I don't know. She'll just call out for Vale, like on the inside. She probably won't be like saying anything on the outside, but just like in her head. Almost a little like panic, like.
And you feel you can tell that this is not normal. This is not your normal Vale. And you two usually can talk back and forth to each other, and she's usually very forthcoming. But do you like call out to her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you call out to her, it's almost like it's very visceral. All of a sudden, you lean to the left and you start vomiting ichor into the bug. And when you're done, again, you're feeling very heavy, and you hear, "I'm very sorry, my Selka. My temper got away with me and I wasn't able to do anything about it. Things will come forth in due time. But right now, this is something that I haven't felt in a long time, and I wasn't expecting it. And I am truly sorry, and I'll try to do better next time." What happened? I'm not sure, but that woman brought back a feeling that is very familiar, but I don't know her. And I feel like I just wanted to climb out of you and do bad things to her, but I don't know why. And I'm so sorry, my child. I never want to do that to you.
I feel like she'd be like kind of like when she leaned over to like vomit, she probably would have been like on all fours now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like breathing heavy, probably shit kind of like still spilling out. Not like coming out, but like
When you throw up, you're
yeah,
like,
it's like drool. Kind of icky, but
it's not a glorious sight, so
I don't know, I think she just I don't know, after that she probably wouldn't necessarily say anything, but it's more so like just a feeling that she can share. Relief that Vale is there and that like the panic and rage is over. Confusion as to who that was and why Vale reacted like that. And I don't know. I don't want to say fear, but I don't know, probably that anxiety. Like an anxiety.
because these are things you've never felt before.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's confused. She's got a lot of stuff going on, but I don't know. She'd probably just like it's more so communicating that feeling rather than talking. Because I feel like that's kind of because again, Selka's not really like a talker, you know, and I feel like they can kind of feel each other's feelings as a way of communication.
Oh, 100%. And during this moment, you can feel like your physical body isn't trembling, but like that inner tremble, you can feel it in your hands, and you can feel that. So the energy that you're sending Vale, would you say it's more like a self-soothing feeling, or would you be like shh, or would you just kind of like sit with it and explore this feeling?
Definitely sitting with it, and maybe not necessarily exploring it yet. Because I feel like she's still almost in shock with receiving it in the first place. So she'll probably work on it here in a second. But I think she's just going to be on all fours, staring at the ground, just kind of like trying to gather herself back up.
And you don't hear anything from Vale, but almost kind of like you hear her apologizing, and you're feeling like, imagine like when a cat gets their back rubbed and there's a little bit of that, like that skitter feeling. You feel that sensation on your back as if Vale is trying to like rub your back to like calm, and she's trying to come back to herself, but also sitting in it with you.
Oh, okay. So she probably like wipe her mouth off. And kind of like just fall onto her, like on the side, like onto her butt. And she's gonna like look back towards the others, but she's not looking at them. She's just looking at where that woman was. Did she like
Yeah.
Okay.
So the last thing a lot of you seen is Lady Seraphine created a sigil in the air, and then Adrian swirled his blood orb, and as Seraphine's sigil like unthreaded itself and spiked into Madame Crèche's chest, Adrian's blood orb hit on top of it, so it created like an exposed opening in her chest. And when that happened, she gave out her warnings, and then it was like a misty cloud of blood, and they dissipated.
Okay. Yeah, so she would be looking at where that was.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Tim. You can't see in great detail. You can just tell where Madame Crèche is. Madame Crèche is lying down with her head in this woman's lap. Mary kneeling down, but all you can see is just a ring of blood that's encircling them. You don't see any other details right now.
Okay. I think she'll probably look at that here in a second, but I think she's just gonna kind of sit there for a hot minute.
And just kind of breathe and come back to yourself.
Yeah. Damn.
Fifi, you just went for a roller coaster ride on Selka's ankle.
I forgot you were there, bitch!
Once she started, like, attacking, Fifi skedoodled and was just racing over to Ethereum. Like, nah.
That's funny.
So,
Fifi didn't. She's like, oh, God.
so that happened, and you're like,
why is she desecrating that monster corpse? Checking over. Why is she throwing up? Golly. She's dying.
and up front you see, you're still in your red scroll form.
Mm-hmm.
So you run up and you're at the back of Etherian. Etherian is looking down with Solara at Lady Seraphine, but they're not saying anything yet. When you run up behind Etherian, what do you do?
Honestly, I feel like she's just kind of like, are you wearing like, you have a cloak?
Yeah, I got that, like the long blue cloak. That goes-
Yeah. Okay, so she would like, she just start climbing the cloak.
So as you're climbing it, I kind of look back and just like, oh, I'm just like, put my hand up like, you know,
Can you talk as a squirrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
I don't think she is.
Etherian, give me a perception check.
Making sure I look at it with my good eye.
I was gonna say, are you looking to the left or are you looking to the right?
Do a whole 180.
You just see Etherian go,
Yep. Like a 360.
Not very good. Oh wait.
He turned on the
Oh,
wrong
I was wrong. Yeah, that would be a 6.
okay. So for some reason, with your reflexes, you look on your bad side, but then you do kind of like turn like a 180 and you turn around. At this moment, you just see like the back of Selka, and you just see like her bottom. You can just tell that she's kind of hunched over, but you can't tell exactly what she's doing. But she just looks like she's hunched over, and she's looking in the opposite direction of you guys right now.
Would this be after the rest of the circus people came in at the end, or would it be before?
This would be before. Like, it's kind of like in the midst of it. Like, you guys are all coming down. Lady Seraphine and Adrian probably vanished about 2.5 minutes ago. So it's very fresh. And so people are starting to tunnel in, but they're not even close yet. It's just you guys with Mary and Madame Crèche and the woman.
Seeing Selka like that, I feel like being Ethereum being who he is, he would, as much as he wants to know the information, he would go check on her. So, would you stay on my shoulder?
Fifi immediately jumps over to Solara. No! No!
Solara would have been like, I'll allow it.
I'll be back. And I'll walk around Selka.
Okay. So, kind of like for his timeline, you're just he's a few seconds behind. So right now you're still on your back.
On my back?
You're on your hands and knees.
Uh-huh.
And you just got done vomiting, and you and Vale are starting to self-regulate. And so when Ethereum comes up, you finally are back to sitting up.
I'm gonna, as I approach you, I'm gonna not in a scared way, just keep my distance because I know that she's touchy on like if people touch her and stuff. So I'm just gonna give her a berth, go around, and I'm gonna kneel down on my knees and just sit in front of her. You okay?
I feel like she would have been looking. Yeah, she probably won't look at you because she's still like kind of focused on where that was. Who is that woman?
It's something I intend to find out myself today. I'm not quite sure. And as you're looking in the direction, he's gonna kind of like lean, put his head in the view.
That's probably when she'll look at you.
I'm gonna go back to the normal relaxed state. We'll find out together. Okay? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Do you feel okay right now? Are you hurt? Just inner turmoil? Well, he's gonna like slowly like get up back onto his feet and just kind of be crouched down and still looking you in the eye. How about you stick with us and figure out what's going on, and together we can find out who this lady is, especially if it's something that you really want to figure out too. We'll find out, okay? And he's like just not going to touch, but reach his hand out to see if he'll take it to help you up.
She'll look at it. And she's gonna look over. And she's going to grab the buckler. She's just gonna like kind of pop it in your hand, but she's not gonna let go. It's more of a means like
An extension.
to pull her.
Darian will kind of smirk at that, and he'll get up and just lightly pull you up with the buckler.
And she'll like kind of like, I don't know. I feel like she's normally. I feel like when she walks and stuff, it's like almost like a little ghost. Like I don't know. Like there's not much like.
A little bit of a glide.
You know, like, I don't know, she's like kind of like, not robotic, but yeah, like a glide. But I don't know, I feel like now she's a little like, kind of like sunk. Like a little like, you know? I'm sure like continue like wiping off her mouth, because I'm sure it's nasty all over her. Yeah. Maybe a big breath.
You look at her, and unfortunately, our little baby, black saliva, a little bit of goop. is just kind of like hanging. She has like a little bell of ichor just kind of like looking at you, and it's wiggling.
I'm gonna.
But her big old black eyes just are.
I'm gonna unfasten my cloak and just put. You can do it yourself if you want, but if you want to clean up your face.
This.
She'll just do it. You know. Oh, she'll like wipe it on her dress, even though it's probably stained, and it don't matter. But yeah, she'll like wipe it.
And I'll just like start folding it up neatly and then just pack it into my pack.
I hope you have prestidigitation.
I feel like that's something good. Damn. Shucks. It's fine.
Okay. I will.
I said level 4.
And does he turn to like walk?
He watches and kind of makes a little gesture to see if you want to go ahead and walk forward.
She will.
And then he's gonna follow close, but not too close behind her, just to make sure she's okay. But still stay close enough to know that he's there.
Mm-hmm.
You stay ahead of her or
Behind her.
Behind her.
Just slightly behind her.
Fifi, you went ahead and you're like, nope, not doing that, and you jump on Solara.
I think she's having her badger week.
Her badger week?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Well, she's obviously not feeling well.
So at this time, like, I think Solara would have clocked all of that, and with all the things that Solara has dealt with, I think she would have known that Selka was physically okay. And then I think she would have said, as she like noticed that and you jumped on, she would have said to you, I remember the first time I felt like that.
I think we should give her a wide berth so she feels better. He just keeps peeking over at her. You can see her fur like stand up.
Your hackles are ringing.
Solara would have been like, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
She just starts kind of like prancing along your shoulders, like it's her own little walkway. She's kind of waiting for the others.
In the meantime, Solara, would have clocked all that, said those things, and then like regain focus of what's going on down here.
Real quick. Your magic juggling balls that you rained upon Lady Seraphine, do those dissipate or do
No,
they
go away.
they
It's
go
just,
away?
Yeah, it's just like I said, just magically there and then they go away.
Okay. How long do they stick around?
Might be trick for you. 1 minute.
Okay. So, Solara, go ahead and give me a perception check.
We are not doing good so far, huh?
We are not. 7.
So, you're clocking everything that's happening. You're looking at what's going on in the tent, and slowly, carnival folk and folks that you have met, known, and seen are starting to file in. But as you're looking towards the tent, you start seeing like little like just balls lying all around. But then you see them start to dissipate and fizzle out, and it was like all like the sea of multicolored like ball pit balls is what they look like, start to dissipate and disappear. That's an odd sight for you. You've never seen anything like that before. Roll me a history check.
Huh. Let's see here. 21.
So with a 21, something about that spell that you've seen, these juggling balls starting to fall and rain upon Lady Seraphine and Adrian, something strikes familiar to you. Something that you may have seen in your city before, but you can't pinpoint it. Something familiar, something from home. Just kind of like tinges at the back of your mind.
Okay. I think
And
she just like clock that internally.
And they start to dissipate and disappear.
I just realized what those pickles are called.
Big Papa Pickles? Why? They got Big Mama Pickles too.
You all are collecting yourselves and looking around, and it's like you guys are creating two inner circles. You have the woman, Madame Crèche, and Mary, and then you start to create like a half circle around them, and slowly you start to see the carnival folk encircling all of you. You see Goran, you see Finn, you see Silas, you see our little confession keeper, and everyone starts to make a circle around you guys, and you hear a soft, melancholy hum coming from the carnival workers. And in that inner circle, you're feeling a sense of energy. And as that energy starts to expand, you are now long rested. You've got all of your spell slots back. So even though you haven't long rested, you just received all of the benefits from a long rest. So you guys feel a little bit more perky and more alert and more aware. And you all look, and looking down at Madame Crèche, her beautiful Marie Antoinette dress is just lying along the curves of her body, and the smoke that usually was at the base of her dress as she walked slowly starts to dissipate. And when that dissipates, her entire body goes lax, and she fades into a more translucent white color, and her body just starts to kind of like thin, but she's still her beautiful self. But you can tell that at this point in time, Madame Crèche is now gone, and the woman that has her head on her lap is just whispering and brushing the side of her hair. And Mary looks up, and he has some tears in his eyes, and he's holding back. Thank you, my friends. I don't know what we would have done if you guys were not here. I feel like we would have lost more than Madame tonight. Thank you for stopping these monsters, whereas I could not. They got the best of me, and I have to now. Think about what I could have done more for Madame. But thank goodness that you all were here. And thank you. And tonight, we are going to plan her pyre for tomorrow night. But something that she would have wanted is safety in your guys' sleep tonight, so you may rest in her chambers tonight.
It's appreciated. However, don't sell yourself short. You stood toe to toe with that man with that red fur jacket.
I only know words of Adrian. I have never seen Adrian in person before, but his stories spread far across the land, and I was very hesitant tonight, but Madame was very adamant that tonight was the night that we lit the lantern. And I feel that she knew what was coming.
You should be considering yourself brave. She knew especially. And I'm definitely no high-end mage or anything, but she shrugged off one of my strongest attacks like it was nothing. So you got some good licks in. I see.
Thank you. I just wish it would have done more for our Madame.
I think, unfortunately, as much as I was sad to see what happened too, it was her choice. She walked into it to save everyone else. So in that moment, I don't think there's much more we could have done, unfortunately.
Madame Crèche did for you what she'd been planning all along, in meaning and protecting you. She crushed it.
He kind of gets a little bit of a, and he had his hat off, and as you were saying that, there's like a smile, and he goes, she would have loved that. And then he reaches in his pocket and he looks at you, Fifi, on Solar's shoulder, and like, hands you a peanut. Well, let me introduce. This is Augra, and what you see
What was
is
her name?
Augra.
Augra.
And you see Madame Crèche's head in her lap, and when you finally look at her, at first it's kind of off-putting, but you see this woman in a red dress. She looks to be about 4.5 feet tall. She's gray hair, tons of things in it, like bones and trinkets and bells, and her gray hair is dreaded and locked a little bit. She has a red dress that reaches to her toes, and looking at her feet, they look like little claws. And you see these golden slit eyes and these protruding teeth. And she looks up and she goes, No, I'm not ready. We will talk later. But just know, Mary's right. But I can't talk right now. I will come to you soon. And who you see is this woman right here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, alright.
Yep.
That's Augra.
Yep, that's.
It certainly is.
Fitting name.
And she just starts mumbling to herself, talking about, silly woman, why did you wait for me? Why did you wait for me? Why did you do this all by yourself? Why did you wait for me? And now I'm going to be the one to give what needs given. And as she's mumbling to herself, what are you all doing?
You said that she's laying on like a sigil on the ground, right?
The sigil was in the air. What you guys see around you right now is just traces of that blood mist that is around Seraphine, Mary, and Augra. So it's just like a trail of blood
On the ground.
that's wrapped around you guys in the ground.
Silva's gonna know when she's touching on it.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Good. Yeah. 32.
So you're being very tactile with this. You scoop it up and you do it with a couple of different piles, and you're noticing that it's not liquid. It's like the sawdust of the tent is covered with like a blood powder. So they had the illusion of it looking like wet blood during the battle, but you picking up and you can it like powders into your hands, and now your fingertips are covered in powdered blood. It tastes coppery, irony. But you have that metallic feel of magic now on the tip of your tongue. So the tip of your tongue is like slightly vibrating and a little numb.
Okay. Do you think she got like a little bag? She's just gonna put some in a little bag and put it in a little bag.
I feel with how much of a klepto that Selka could be.
I didn't make her like that, and it just happened.
It's just how she is.
That's funny.
But I feel like maybe like along your journey of getting to the carnival, you may have like run through like farmers markets and stuff, and you probably took like a little empty vial and you just stuck it in your bag because you're like, oh, this vial's pretty. I want it.
Yep.
So I would say you have like a little glass vial with a cork that you could use.
Yeah, she'll like pour some in there. Into her pack.
And in your pack now you have sawdust and powdered blood. Cool. In your little vial.
As I see Selka doing that, and that's Madame Crèche, correct? Her blood? Or is it the blood from what was?
It was the blood from Lady Seraphine and Adrian, like leaving, like their transport.
I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to kneel down next to you, noticing like when she did the tongue, like touching to her tongue. It's like, she's a smart girl. To you. And then going down, I'm going to touch it myself.
Investigation check.
I was going to say, I see if I have anything. I do not have anything. No, I do have something.
What's that?
I know there's a magical tinge to it, but while I'm doing it, I'm also going to cast Detect Magic
On
So-
yourself?
Well, it's like in a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
So like wherever I go, I can see it for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. And so anything magical I would notice. But investigation. Oh, goodness gracious. 18.
18. So looking around, at first it's actually kind of adorable and endearing because you're thinking back when Selka was eating her skull candy and she was just kind of like that. And then looking at her, you see on her fingertips are glowing a little bit. And then like on the tip of her tongue, she just kind of looks at you with her big black eyes and and then gathering her powder, but like you see gold glowing from her fingertips in her bottle and like a little bit on the tip of her tongue and her bottom lip. And then when you're looking at the surrounding area, you see just that ring of blood is glowing lightly. It's like as you look at it, it starts to like dissipate a little bit, but there's still like a shimmer to it. And then when you look at Madame Crèche, like she has like a like almost like a metallic purple shimmer, and you can tell it's kind of like her body is just going into that state where like anything magic about her is slowly just kind of going away. And then when you look at Augra, she is blinding. She is a blinding light of magic. Like all the bips and baubles in her hair are just glowing. She's like a lighthouse. Her necklaces are just glowing. Things in her pockets you can see glowing through her pockets. And her bright red dress has like this glitter red shimmer to her. So you can tell she's like all magic. And almost like you see around her head a bright halo of light on her forehead. And then there's like this large white shimmer over her as well.
Okay. Leaving all of that be. Like, I know she doesn't want us to bother her tonight, but I want to follow suit with Sulka, and I'm going to take one of my empty bottles and I'm going to put some of that in there. I see it as a good point to study. So I'm going to put that in there and look over at Sulka. She's standing like, thank you. You had a really good idea. So thank you. He just stands up and goes over towards Ethan. You're doing better.
She's munching on her peanut, just kind of like half on her feet, bulging out. And she grabs Solara's earlobe with her tiny little hands.
Oh, I love that.
She doesn't.
Like it.
She doesn't hate it. She doesn't love it.
I don't like carnivals.
And when she says that, you smell like peanut butter breath coming up and around your ear.
Solara's like, neither do I, and I don't like peanuts.
She just closes her little paws and just kind of feel her tail whipping against, and she's turning away, just hopping towards Avery.
Just like, hold my arm out. So you just...
And I think right after that, Solara will go up to Augra. She'll kneel down beside her and put her hand on her because she's like felt immense loss before. And she'll say, a life this significant doesn't end, it echoes. May you find strength in the reverberations of everything that she built and everyone she loved.
Solar.
Thank you, Gemini.
And she nods and she's like, thank you. And you hear her start mumbling. Everybody go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Natural 20 for 21.
Natural 1 for who cares?
I got you. Yeah, we got you. The squirrel, the weirdo.
So, unfortunately, you two do not hear this. But after Augra says thank you and you give her that message, and Etherian, you're just so enthralled in the magic that's surrounding you and filling your vials of dirt. You two hear Augra mumbling to herself, and you hear 3 lands bled, 3 sisters bound, 1 drank the white and crowned herself brave. The Blood Queen falls, but not by blade or spell, but by what she broke and cannot brave. Heal the roots, wake the thorns, let the ash remember what it was. Only when the sisters stand unbroken may the chalice shatter and the blood turn back to dust. And she's just repeating that over and over and over again to herself. But like as if she's saying it to Madame Crèche and giving her a message of this isn't over. It's her way of saying like what's done is done, but what's here is now. And it will be better once again, is how you both are deciphering that. And she's just repeating that to herself over and over and over again.
Oh. I have a lot of questions, but I feel like we need to sleep on it first It was a very busy day, very busy night, and I don't feel right asking people of the carnival questions after the loss of somebody so dear to them. So maybe we should figure out where we're staying tonight and take a rest, get some sleep. Is Mary around?
Mary actually was listening, and as soon as you say that, he comes up and he stands in the center. Like, you have Madame Crèche, Augra. He steps forward, kind of like in your guys' half circle, and he's like, "Give us a moment, and I will take you to Madame's trailer.
No.
This will not take long. We are going to get her out of this tent, and we are going to get her ready for tomorrow." And as that said, he turns his back to you, but then he steps kind of like in your guys' half circle. So it's like you have Fifi on Etherian, Mary, Selka, Solara. Well, Solara would have been by Augra. And he kind of steps in the center. And as you guys see, and that humming and that melancholy song is still happening, that the carnival workers that you see Goran start to lift up Madame Crèche, and one by one, each of the carnival workers lifts her up above their heads, and they start walking out of the tent with her. And everybody that works at the carnival follows, and Mary stays with you, please.
Are you sure you don't want to go with them?
Augra has this portion taken care of. Augra and Madame Crèche were extremely close. She would have known. She would know what Madame would have wanted. But in the meantime, I don't see anyone else left behind, so we can close up the big top and we can head towards Madame's trailer, and there'll be plenty of room for you to be able to sleep comfortably.
Do you need anything from us at all?
Just imagine the thoughts, and if you know anything. But I think we're all a little lost right now. I don't think things are going to start making sense until probably tomorrow.
That's what I was thinking too.
But thank you all again. Like, I've never seen. I don't know why exactly you're here, but I do know that Madame was part of the reason of why you're here. And I think those answers will come out in time. But just thank you, and you being here will not be in vain. You will. I'm sure you will understand, knowing Madame and Augra the way I do. They got something up their sleeves. But I don't know why, but wow. Watching what I could see, seeing you guys in a fight, again, thank you for stepping up and doing what you did.
I wish we could have done more.
Same, but it was our honor. The short time we were here, Madame Crèche and the carnival made a huge impact, and I would have died defending her.
Lady Seraphine and Adrian have no idea what they've done. And if they think this is going to diminish the hope that Madame wanted to bring to this land, I think they're a lot stupider than what I thought.
Hope is not something that you can kill, so yeah.
They can try, but a lot of times in the attempt, it just makes the resolve that much stronger.
Mary kind of like regains his wits about him for a moment, and he's like, oh, shit. Alright. It looks like the lantern was destroyed, but he walks towards the lantern, and he lifts it up, and he pulls out the broken horn. And would someone like to hold on to this?
Aetherian. You want a
And
bag?
how long does your detect magic last?
10 minutes.
Okay. In that time, we would still be in that 10 minutes. And everyone, go ahead and give me a perception check, except for Aetherian.
Yeah.
Finally! 24.
Oh.
22.
Oh.
Okay. So, Aetherian, without even, I mean, Mary like picks up, and to him, it looks like a regular, the cracked horn that they've always had, and he starts talking about it. But as like he turns to you, to bring it to you, it's like you guys see Aetherian like almost fall back a couple of steps, because when he turns, it's almost like a laser beam of pure radiant light just goes straight into your eyes, because this thing is just glowing so bright.
But we can't see the glow.
You guys can't see the glow. You just see Aetherian take like almost like a stumble back, and his eyes start to like, he starts to squint and like hold back for a moment, and then like when your eyes start to focus back in on it, it's still glowing white, but Mary's like holding it out to you.
Before I take it, I'm gonna take like one of my extra shirts out. I'm gonna grab it and wrap it up. Make sure it's safe.
And like when Aetherian was having that reaction, Slara would have been like, Aetherian, you okay?
I had my magic detection up. It was a little bright. No blinding. Are we
All of you would have seen that, just in case.
obviously not tonight, but before we head out and whatever we do, are we going to learn exactly what this does?
I don't know. She can be a little off-putting, but I have a feeling that Augra will be making herself known in time.
Again, take
And
your time.
I do believe that she truly understands what this is, but I'm not certain. I can only assume, but you know they say let us know.
I've heard some.
Selka's like, no.
So it's just like, it's a donkey, but for you and me.
It makes me donkey.
Now, this is a very high-profile item, I'm assuming. I'm also assuming that I'm carrying it can be rather dangerous.
To a degree, if they know what they're looking for.
Okay. So make sure it stays out of sight.
For now, yes.
I'll keep that in mind.
Until I might sit in on your guys' conversation, but Augra's very. She has booted me out of my own tent multiple times because she has secrets. So he just kind of like, almost like his skeleton face makes Augra's face, and he's just trying to like mimic her for a moment. So I think you might be able to find out a lot more than what I have.
I say, isn't
Thank you.
I feel with people I've dealt with in the past, so I'll be able to handle it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What kind of trick was that? I've never seen balls just fly from the sky before.
I'm curious about that too.
That was a special spell taught to me by my master Frederick. I thought it'd be fitting, one, because we're at a circus, and two, they're trying to dim hope and I don't know, something more delightful, playful, like the circus was that Madame Crèche stood for, to rain down upon them. Thought it would be a nice little reminder that they haven't won.
Goran absolutely loves all of you. He's a very simple-minded man, but he is talented and he is sweet, and he has done a lot for this carnival. And maybe before you leave, you can show him that trick.
Absolutely. Consider it done.
I have a feeling he would want to see all of you. I think a lot of the folks would like to see you guys before you head out, wherever that means.
I would love to talk with some of the others before we leave.
And then he looks over at Fifi, and he just kind of like a little handshake. He like, and then he'll pull out like another like handful of peanuts if you want them.
Cheeks full.
I like that one.
I do too.
I like all of you. You're dangerous, but you're
When she looks at him, she just cocks her head.
he's a little. All right.
She's smarter than she lets on to.
Oh, I can definitely see that. Are you pointing at him too?
No,
Or
no,
are you
that's
just
me.
kinda like,
That's
okay,
you.
All right.
I thought you were too.
And like when I know her eyes are all black, but like when you say that, like the smarter than she lets on, like you could just kind of see like her eyes moving, and she kind of like her head doesn't move, but her eyeballs move too. No facial expression.
Just look. He's getting quite used to your mannerisms, but he's like studying you from afar. So he just kind of looks and just has a little smirk on his face.
And then she'll move her eyes back to.
And then when you look into his, it's like his face is that of a skeleton, but like in the inner sockets that are like dark, like your eyes, you see like a little faint of like glowing golden blue in there, and he's just kind of like looking down at you, and he's like, he kind of like think about like Jack Skellington when his eyebrows like come.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he's like looking down, and he's like, there's something familiar about you, but I can't put my finger on it. Keep doing what you're doing. And like he looks over at, and while he turns to look at you in the midst of that, when he says Schmendrick, you're like, I know that fucking name.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, Schmendrick.
Schmendrick. What does Schmendrick look like?
I don't think we've made a Schmendrick.
We haven't made no one.
He exists, but we haven't made him yet.
We'll have to do
We
that.
need to do that tonight.
So like,
He's not up.
so Lara just clocked Schmendrick.
Schmendrick. Like it's like that spot in the back of your head. You're like, why do I know that name? And it's almost like enraging inside of you because you're like, I know that name. But like a lot of things don't elude you, but like you're just kind of like, but like you clock it. Alright. And Mary's gonna take one last look at the sawdust and where like Madame Crèche was, and he kneels down and he just kind of like smooths it out, and he stands up, brushes his hands off, and he goes, if you follow me, I'll show you guys where we'll be staying tonight.
So just gonna get a bug arm, drag it.
Just one bug arm?
Yeah, just one. Unless. Boom, bug arms. She's gonna go back to the other one.
And everyone just kind of watches as Selka like goes back, and she comes back and she has two bug arms like dragging behind her.
So Lara's gonna look at Mary and go, I wish I could say that was strange.
She might be. I'm curious on what she wants with him. And like he says that as like you're coming up, and you're just kind of like because she's 5'5",
5'5", yeah.
and She's just kind of like standing there, like, you ready to go? But she just like your stoic face, but you're just looking with these giant bug arms behind you, and you're just like,
She's just waiting for someone to tell her.
I said, do you need any help carrying those? So, Mary, if you don't mind leading the way.
So he's gonna take you out to the back of the tent, and when you guys go out, you are familiar with this spot. This is where you fought Phil's gang. You go outside and you see the side fence, and you recognize the spot on where you guys had battled him, and then you kept following the lane to the left, and as you walk through, you're actually going into the like the little, think about like a camp where like everybody has their own tent or cart or stand where like everyone just stays part of the carnival. So you guys are actually in their private quarter area, and so a lot of the public is already gone, but you guys are going through and you don't see anybody yet, but you can still hear that melancholy hum that's kind of like going through the carnival. And as you pass by, you see a trailer that is more like red and gold and white striped, and it looks very similar to like Mary's. And Mary looks over and he's like, "This is my trailer here, so if you guys need me, this is me." And then he just starts pointing. He's like, "That's Goran's, that's Finn's." And you notice each trailer and tent has everyone's like, there's a little bit of them inside of their places of stay. And then when you guys pull up, Madame Crèche's wagon, it rests at the edge of the carnival grounds, just set far enough from the other attractions that even the performers seem to circle it unconsciously. The laughter and the music from the midway is a little bit more muted with that melancholy song. It's an old style caravan. Almost think about like a Vistani style from Barovia, where it's wooden with purples and reds. This is what you guys come up to.
Cool.
But again, kind of like with everything else, you're almost thinking that when we get in there, it's going to be like those tents that get bigger. On the outside, it just looks like a single cart, and the paint has cracked with age, revealing pale wood beneath like old scars. Gold filigree trims the narrow windows, catching lantern light and delicate curves. From the eaves, tarnished silver charms like little horseshoes, crescent moons, bones, glass eyes, things that are bits and bobs that you feel that would be personal to Madame Crèche. The wheels are banded and iron etched with protective sigils. Those who can actually go ahead and everybody give me an Arcana check.
Yes, please.
16.
25.
All right.
21.
Nice. So as you all are coming up and you were sealing, so the iron etched, it's the iron and the wheels are etched with protective sigils. So those of you and everybody past it, you recognize layered wards against possession, undeath, and scrying. Beneath the chassis, dozens of small bells are tied with a faded ribbon. And when the wind moves through them, they do not jingle randomly. They murmur an uneven harmony, rising and falling like breath drawn through sleeping lungs. The door bears a carved relief of a sun with a horse rearing up, and Mary looks at it, and before he opens the door for you guys, he's like, "Her and Augra did this. I really don't know what it means or if it has special powers or anything, but I do know that you will be safe in here. No one will hurt you or harm you, so you will have plenty of rest and time." And the air around the trailer, it's slightly cooler. So as you guys go up the stairs, it's like you can feel that temperature shift. From the warm evening, a faint mist curls around its wheels, and then it gets a little bit cooler when you reach the door. And as Mary opens it, you look in and you each file in, and again, that space just expands. And you see like reading couches, you see a desk, you see a large bed with rafters, with poles and rafters that create like a canopy over it. You see beautifully, like almost like that 1800s, that it might be even farther. I'm really bad at history, but Marie Antoinette time with like the powdered wigs and the very fancy like corsets and lace and layers of skirts. It's like she just like has those piled everywhere. And when you walk in, everything kind of stills. So you can still hear the bell chimes, but it's a little less frequent. And the charms sway a little bit slower. And with that, I'll leave you all to it.
What's it smell like in here?
It smells like clove and a hint of like blood orange with a little bit of eucalyptus inside of it.
It smells good in here. Well, is there any provisions in here?
So looking over, you do see a lot of her bits and bobs, her trinkets. You will see like she has a little area where there's like a carafe of coffee, because Madame left her coffee, and water, and like a little bowl of fruit. And Mary will then turn around. If you guys are hungry, it's kind of like we all get hungry at night, and a lot of us have a hard time sleeping. So if you are not able to sleep and you get hungry or you're thirsty, we're always making meals. So feel free to come and get food if you would like some.
Thank you.
And I'll leave you to it, and he heads out and closes the door.
Fifi takes a peanut out of her cheek and just kind of like holds it up to Yuki's face.
Thank you. He eats it. Just making sure we have water and everything more than anything else. Keep ourselves hydrated, aware.
Is there a shower in this here trailer?
No.
Solara, where did you get that accent from?
That was above table.
Well, I'm more than happy to take one of the couches or the floor. 2 people could probably fit in that bed. And there's another couch.
If you stay a squirrel, you can sleep anywhere.
No, I can't. I can't stay one that long. But I'll take the floor.
You
I can take the floor as well.
don't want
Or
a
a chair.
bed or a couch?
It's too comfy.
Makes sense.
Is there what's the layout?
So imagine you guys are right at the, like, as soon as you go up the steps, and you're right in like what would be considered like the foyer. So you can look to the left and you see racks of shoes, super fancy little heeled shoes. On the right hand side, you'll see scarves and hats and coats. And then when you walk forward, it's like you're in a narrow space where it's like if you 4 are standing like 4 wide, whoever is on the end, the shoulders would be hitting the side. But it's long. So as that space elongates as you walk in, you'll see At the very front, again on that left-hand side, you'll see the carafe of coffee and water and a little bowl of fruit and a little on that stand. It's like a little brown stand that is made of a dark wood, and on the second level you'll see like a little bag of peanuts, and then on the second stand down is you'll see like a little box of popcorn, and then going in catty cornered from that is Madame's desk. So you'll see paperwork, but then when you look at the sidewall, you see just picture frames in this one section that just seems to go up like 15 feet. And it's just pictures of Madame with different people. And you start to notice like Goran and Finn and all of the carnival workers where she put framed pictures of everybody on the wall. And on her desk, there's a framed filigreed picture of her and Augra sitting next to each other in the big tent. And you'll see like her parchment and pens and feathers and notes. Are you guys all looking at the desk? Curious?
I think Solara would be like checking out everything.
Yeah.
Right? So
Especially
yeah.
if there's stuff scattered, like note type things.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. For anybody that would be looking.
I mean, first Fifi would be like twining her little squirrel body on other like surfaces. She's got like makeups out, perfumes, kind of crawling on the clothes, maybe knocking some stuff down. But she would make her way over for sure. But what is she investigating?
I think Selka would be like looking at her dresses and stuff.
10.
I wish that would have. Okay. Oh, minus.
Oh, minus! That's a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. She was looking at like the dresses and stuff. 15.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go around the table. So you said 15 and you're looking at the dresses.
Yeah.
So when you look at the dresses, you see like this layered like coat hanger, but it's like in levels, and it goes up again. Like you're like, wow, how is this so tall? It probably goes up like 13 feet, almost hitting the 15-foot ceilings, and it's 2 layers of dresses. And as you're just kind of like peering through and looking at the dresses, you're feeling the textures of satins and lace, some cottons, and you run into like this really pretty gray velvet looking dress that's very comparable to like what you're wearing.
Like her cloak.
Like your little white like your dress tunic, but it's velvet.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at it, you notice that it's your size.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, Madame Crèche was 8 foot. What's she doing with a dress that could be your size? But then you're feeling like the textures, and that's just what you're noticing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that dress kind of like pops out at you, and you hear a veil in the back of your mind, and I don't know, but I got the strange sense that this would be something that was meant for you. I'm not sure. But as you were touching it, like I could feel like it was meant for you. So maybe it's something that you could talk to the group about. I'm not sure. Or maybe it'll be. She's like, okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
22.
So everybody is in their own world right now. No one sees you like pull it off. You just so silently, like a little ghost, just like.
But she's also like, she'll like put that one in her bag, but then she's also gonna like grab like, I'm assuming a bunch of these are like black.
All different colors, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
All different colors, but there was only one gray one that would match your complexion perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is more like pinks and purples, a lot of blacks, but more bright colors that if you're like, you don't really know, but you're like, in your mind, you're like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But then that dress intrigued you.
She's gonna put that one in her bag, but she's gonna take like a black one and just take it. Like she's not gonna.
With that 22, go ahead. You actually look through, and you find another one that's around about your size, maybe a tiny bit smaller, but it would still work.
Doesn't care about the size. It's not for wearing.
Okay.
She just take it. And is there like a clear sort of area, like where she could like sit down?
Yes. So when you turn, you're seeing like Etherian and Solara checking out the desk and the wall. You see Fifi like bouncing around the skirts and like the bed area. And before you hit the bed area, there's like a large like oval rug that's like open. It's a nice open space that it looks like you could just sit on the floor and stretch out if you wanted to. So it's a nice little open spot before you would see like, there isn't a shower, but you would, she's a lady. She has a bathroom, but there's no like running water or anything in there. But a place where you could go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
A wash basin.
Yeah.
She's gonna drag that dress and her bug arms to that area. She's just gonna flop down.
Bug arms. And the bug arms, they've been out long enough to where like they're not leaking anymore.
And I feel like it's a lot of like exoskeleton.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like when Vale had her moment and she was slamming, it was like the ichor was thrown out of it as well as the meat.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like long hollow shelves with like a curved like little
Thank
angry
God, I
like.
didn't want to smell that.
Think about like a praying mantis,
Mm-hmm.
like and what their arms look like. That's what they're looking like, and it's just like you said. The meat is gone, the blood is gone. It's an empty like shell now.
Mm-hmm.
But the tips of the like the weapon spiny part is that heavily armored and it's solid.
Mm-hmm.
So like say if you were to like look down the arm, it's all hollow until you get to that part, and it's just like solid. But you're not sure like what material it's like armored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can sit down on the floor with your wares and you just kind of sit. Solara, you said you were looking at the desk?
Yeah.
So you're looking and you're noticing actually, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Jesus Christ, another one.
That's
You
okay.
are filling that up, baby. How many you got now?
2.
Hell yeah.
Just in this one
Here goes
session.
3.
Fuck me.
With the one though, you're looking,
Not
and
literally.
your hands are kind of like your fingertips are running along her items, and your hand all of a sudden stops at something, and you pick it up without even thinking, and in your hand, you see a tiny spool of silvery thread wrapped around carved bone. And something in your mind says that it's okay. Go ahead and keep it.
In her mind, as she like feels that it's a battle, because like even though she's a rogue and she steals shit, she doesn't steal shit from the good dead. Like bad dead, who gives a fuck? But like she's really battling it. She'll do it, but it's really conflicting in her head to do that.
And you go ahead and you're still looking and you're holding that silvery thread and bone in your hand, and you're looking over and you're noticing like piles of parchment, and you're noticing that she has a colorful stationery set. So it's like she has like a 3-tiered level of little vials of ink and paint. And it looks like she has mess ups or like pre-done tickets. And you recognize them from your tickets. So like in the back, it's like she started drawing a Ferris wheel, but then the Ferris wheel was a little off kilter and you can tell that she just put it aside because it's not good enough. Or in your mind, you see her drawing these things, but like you see her like, no, that's not good enough. And she moves it aside and she dips a different color and she's like, no, that's not good enough. But you can tell like in that vision that you're getting while holding like that bone core that she's creating 4 tickets. And then Miss Fifi, you said you were bouncing and you were like huddled up in the skirts and you're just feeling the floof and like lots and lots of tulle, lots and lots of texture.
All the smells, all the feels.
All the smells, all the feels. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Well,
So as you're like bouncing around and like you knocked a couple of skirts off the bed, but like as you're going through like a skirt, all the like you stop like in your tracks and you smell. What's a smell that like Fifi would really enjoy? Something that would just kind of like stop her in her tracks.
I'd have to say something like really earthy.
So you smell, what'd you say? Peat.
Moss.
It was a
Peat moss.
peat
No,
moss.
just kidding.
You are going through a skirt and the smell of patchouli stopped you. And it's with patchouli, it's that very strong, earthy, herbal smell. And you come up and you pick up a faded strip of crimson ribbon. And something in your mind says, it's all right, you can keep it. Take this with you.
She was holding it in her little squirrely hand.
And this ribbon, you enjoy working with fabrics, but you've made your own paper before out of like woods and herbs and but this it's a feeling that you haven't had the opportunity to touch yet, and it's just a very pretty crimson red satin, very soft, very shiny, very delicate, and something that it's just feeling between your little palms.
Yeah, she's gonna do that for like the next 5 minutes.
She fucking veggies out.
Yeah.
Making biscuits.
Squirrel biscuits.
And then Ethereum, you said you were also looking at the desk.
Yes, that'd be probably what I gravitate towards for any possible important paperwork or possible magic wings or something of that nature.
Go ahead and you roll a d20.
17.
Did you say there was dynamics?
Yes.
Yes. Do we want them
should be inside the box.
So as you are looking, you're noticing what Solara's looking at with like the inks, and you see her kind of freeze for a moment, and she's holding something in her hand, and you're looking over and you see like a little flicker of light in your peripheral, and you turn and you pick up a tiny thimble shaped like a chalice, and it has a chain attached to it.
How is the size of a normal thimble?
Yes. So like for your like big old hands, it wouldn't necessarily fit, but for like daintier fingers, someone that could be mending skirts and stuff, it would fit.
Hold it in my hands for a moment. Anything? Do I feel anything from it?
You do. When you feel that glimmer, you feel like a vibration in your hand, and you hear in the back of your mind, like, please take this. This is going to help you understand.
Very similar to Solara, very conflicted on taking, but getting that. I'm gonna hold it for a moment and just feel it between my fingers, and I'll put it in my bag, like one of my little side parts. You finding anything?
Just looks like she had some stationery here. Looks like this is where she made her tickets.
It's very disappointing that she had to go the way she did.
I agree. Would have been nice to talk to her.
Yes. I don't know about you. My travels, it's not always the easiest thing to come across somebody so trusting and kind.
I agree.
Just talking to her, I'm gonna like kind of take a scan of the room because I realize I haven't seen Silka or Fifi for a little bit.
Say that again. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. After I was done talking with Solar, I'm gonna take a scan of the room because I realize I haven't seen Silka or Fifi for a few.
Easy.
You're fine.
I love you. Easy enough. You turn around and
Salka, what did you do?
You know, actually, what that was, she's snapping that fucking shit.
there it is. You turn around and you hear a crack of like what would be like shell and like a really hardened surface cracking, and you turn around and you just see a little Selka like cracking this giant arm, and then you see Fifi just sitting on the bed like above her. So when you turn around, imagine Selka is sitting on the rug and she has a black fabric over her lap and she's cracking these giant arms, and then you have our little Fifi and she has a little red ribbon and she's just kind of like sitting there making biscuits on the fabric.
It's interesting. When she cracks the bone, the leg open, anything come out? Or just,
No.
It's just completely dry.
It's completely dry and empty.
Yeah, it's like, good. They didn't like soft things.
So, is it soft?
Yeah.
Like her eyes start like darting towards like any of the other clothes. Is there anything even remotely similar?
To that ribbon. You see other ribbons, but nothing quite of that texture, that smell, and that color.
She's just kind of rolling in it now.
Like a dog who found shit.
That's so funny.
God,
Or
creepy.
something dead.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's so funny. God.
So while you are sitting there, you each hear simultaneously at the same time. So, Selka, you hear, while wearing the dress, you gain a magical effect. Once per short rest, as a bonus action, the wearer can cause the dress to shimmer faintly, and you gain a +1 to your AC. And imagine it being a little bit more like philosophical and amazing, but I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you guys had your stuff.
It's very hard to explain what the items do.
Yeah.
No. So Laura, you hear in your head, once per day, you can mend a tear in cloth or leather instantly. So it's kind of like the mending cantrip. Or if you use it to stitch a wound, that creature gains 1 HP. Etherian, you hear, when you would drop to 0 HP, you may instead drop to 1 HP once ever. The thimble cracks permanently after that. And then our beautiful Fifi, tie it around a weapon. It sheds dim red light for 10 minutes. While glowing, the first hit deals +1 radiant damage. And then the ribbon then will fade to gray permanently. And if you guys need me to repeat any of that for you, I can.
How many minutes?
10 minutes.
I feel left out.
I really want to get one of those keyboards for my laptop.
Is that the actual Apple one?
I don't think so. I think I got it on you.
Ooh.
That scared me too.
Ugh.
Typing on the tablets.
Yeah, I love this. And it feels cool.
And then with that, you all hear that, and then you just kind of come down from it, and you're all each looking at your wares. And Selka, you're still sitting there, and you're just cracking open your shells, and you're just kind of digging into it. Fifi, how long does your wild shape last? Is it 2 hours?
I think it's just an hour.
Just an hour? So you start to feel that rumble in your tummy of your wild shape's about to end.
I'll look around. Is there anything nearby me?
No, you're safe. You're actually on Madame Crèche's bed, which that woman was 8 feet tall, so it is a large bed. So you're safe.
Giant woman.
Slaughter's gonna be like, I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
And I just hold him a little bit. Kind of liked it when it was bigger.
Little finger biscuits.
Took it down there.
So, how's everyone feeling?
How far away are you?
Oh, you were on the rug. Fifi was on the bed. If I remember correctly, it's not too far from each other.
No, you're probably a good maybe 7 feet away. You turn from the desk and you just see Selka sitting. Would you say you're sitting crisscross applesauce, or are your cute little feet just kind of like you're sitting on her knees? On her, okay.
Yeah.
So you see her sitting on her knees, and she's cracking open the shell. So she's probably a good 7 feet away. And then Fifi then came out of her squirrel form, and now she's kind of like relaxing on the bed.
And Solara was right next to me.
Yes.
So, just like, how's everyone feeling?
Pretty gross.
Yeah, unfortunately, nowhere to really wash up in currently, but I'm sure we both have, for all of us, have had worse.
Nothing quite like this. She's just like pulling, kind of just rubbing the black ichor that like had gotten onto her hands.
Sorry, homie.
No, this was before. This was when she was like attempting to attack, but like not even hurting them whatsoever. Just like residual from your actual like successful attacks.
Okay. I do have something that maybe will help. At least to get that grossness off. I'm willing to get close to you and be like, what are your hands? And I'll put my hands over yours and I'm going to use Beckham water. And it's like it's a cool mist of water that'll like dampen you, but it'll help at least be able to scrub some of that ichor off.
And if you would like, as you're doing that, you look up and you do see like in the back, you see a little like lantern lit, and you see like washcloths and like a bowl.
So I'm going to grab that for her and just bring it to you.
Like Jesus, and you're gonna wash your hands and your feet.
Because I'm the biggest baby. So I just got like the bowl. I'm doing the crisscross applesauce bowl between my knees.
So who else had a...
Spritzing.
Soka just doesn't care.
No, she doesn't. And when you asked that, she didn't respond. She's just really focused on this fucking claw.
Did anyone else get some insight on items they found?
Well,
Maybe I had, some random item pop out to me. His voice sounded similar to Madame Crèche. I'm not sure if it was her.
you had that happen to you?
Trying to do what she's doing.
I did have that happen to me as well. I have a spool of thread that I can use to mend things.
A little thimble. Ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make some light.
Interesting. I'll look over at Selka. Selka. What are you doing?
I am fetching your weapon.
Not the best place for that, but we can definitely do that. But we're gonna need the proper tools. We don't have them. Things that you want to make it sharper?
She'll like kind of rummage in her bag, and she has like a normal dagger.
Like a dagger.
Yes.
We're gonna need proper tools. Something to sharpen it up, whittle it down, refine it.
She's just holding up her actual dagger.
So that works perfectly right now. If you want to make something out of those, you need to be patient. If you break it, it's not going to be. We can't use it.
I should put her dagger away. I mean, she'll like put her little bug arm on the ground, but then she'll take the dress and start ripping the dress. She's making like shreds of it, like long strips.
With the black one?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything with it, or are you
Yes, I'll use it for the weapon.
the dress?
The strips
You're using. How are you using that for a weapon?
to cover anything that could hurt me.
What did she say?
Cover anything that would hurt you.
Sorry. That's okay.
You're listening to this, Selka's making perfect sense to you because you're thinking about like the things that you've made. Where like Etherian, like you're not deciphering this yet, but just like with Etherian, you know, he's right. He's thinking out of refinement, but you're like, I've done stuff like that in the Fae, and I don't need. And so, if you would maybe love to think about giving, like, you're like, oh, she's rapping. Maybe you could help in refining or seeing if you could give her some insight on how to make the claw be a stabby stab.
How do I do that? Fifi would love to.
So you're seeing her and she's making strips of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And you're thinking about the you don't know the official names of them, but like the little stabby stabs that you've used to like get fruits off of trees, or like, you know, things that you've made where you've thrown and it's stuck into it and it's like it got your food. You go up to her and you want to take a look at the fabric, and in your mind you want to show her like where she can wrap like the handle really, really tight, because you learned knots from like Snake Family and how to be able to create knots and create that one that you can't undo. So you know a really good knot that might help her.
So Phoebe doesn't get off the bed. She's leaning over it, just kind of like laying on her stomach a bit. And she just slowly reaches her hand. She's waiting for any reaction from Salka. Like, because did you put any, are you just tearing the strips, making a pile?
She's probably making a pile.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's reaching towards the pile. She grabs a strip. And then, are you still holding, well, you can't be holding both of the arms.
No, she set the arms aside.
She reaches for the arm. And she picks it up. And she kind of like nudges you a little bit with her other elbow. And she just kind of waits to see for your head to turn or for your eyes.
She was watching the whole time.
But she can't see. She's behind you. So she's just...
Oh, I'm envisioning this wrong
reason.
then. Okay.
Because isn't it your like back towards the bed?
I don't know.
So like the side of the bed, and then you're like, if we're looking, the first thing you see is the oval rug, and Selka is sitting on the rug, and your back is to the side of the bed. So imagine this is the bed,
Okay.
and you're on your knees, and your back is like here. Fifi is like up, like lying on her tummy.
Okay.
And she's like bringing her arms down because she has a really good reach. So she's kind of like, she's like over top of you, behind you.
Okay.
And she's like reaching like around.
All right. I mean, that's fine.
Okay, so I have both of my arms basically around you.
Mm-hmm.
You got the arm in one, I got the cloth in the other, and I just start, and so I'm not even talking you through it whatsoever. I'm just tightening up. I'm tightening up the cloth, and I'm just slowly, like I'm just, because you did some crazy shit back there in the tent, all right? Fifi's a little concerned. She's just slowly going through the steps on how to, and like how the placement of your fingers, how to keep the tension in the cloth, wrap it around, and like it's a certain pattern, left, right,
Okay.
just slow it. So she does it once, she does it twice, and it's slowly kind of doing the tight pattern,
Okay.
and then she hands it to you. And she's just waiting. She's just waiting.
Do the other one.
You want me to keep going?
Yes.
You gotta do it.
Well, she'll look at it. Because I feel like at that point, like when she cracked them, like it's not like a full arm. It's like the the tip of
It's
it,
just like when you crack it open, it's like the arm. Yeah, it's like a crab leg. It's completely useless. And when you come out, it's just like that little like that weird like, angle of the thing.
Yeah.
And so like this is useless.
Yeah.
And now you're just using this part.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she'll grab the other tip, and she'll just attempt to do it.
Are you making a spear? Is that what we're doing, or a handle for a knife?
Kind of like a dagger.
Okay.
And you're watching, so feel free. Are you attempting to mimic what she just did? Go ahead and give me a. Go ahead and give me another sleight of hand check.
Not horrible.
17.
So Fifi, she did like this perfect like knot where she found like the base and she's like doing this like crisscross pattern and she created like this knot, and when you tested it, it was like unmovable. When you did yours, close, but like your braided was a little bit crooked, and instead of flattening out the ribbon, the fabric, maybe you like crossed it so there's like a kink in the fabric. But towards the end, you were able to get like a knot. It just might not be as tight as Fifi's. But you did really well. Like compare and contrast, yours has a few different defects in your handle, but you were able to follow what Fifi showed you pretty well.
Is Fifi still holding the knife that she made?
Oh, because she passed it off to Selka.
So you.
She would have set on before though. Because
Okay.
she's working on the other one.
So I think Solara would have walked over, picked it up, gave it a toss, and then fucking threw it at the wall. And I'm like, that's pretty good. And then went over and got it.
Yeah, when you hit the wall, it just solid like thung, and like it like, and then it straightened up. So you can tell when you throw that, it's gonna have a very good flight pattern to it. And when it hit that wall, it was solid. It was just like super sharp. And when you went and jiggled it out of the wall, it came out perfectly. So you know that tips makes it sharp.
So she'll bring it over and she'll be like, that'll be a good one.
And she'll just take it and like hold both of them, and just feel on it.
And then you just got two little handy
Bug daggers.
Bug daggers.
Bug daggers.
And you can put those in your inventory, and it'll just be like a normal dagger, 1d4.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You'll just have a little bit of flair to it.
Yeah.
Good work.
Can I like edit the one that I have and just make a bug dagger?
Unless you want to keep like regular dagger that you brought, and then you have 2 bug daggers. But however you want to keep your inventory, that's totally fine.
Okay, cool.
So that way you have regular dagger too.
And you can throw those ones and leave them behind, and you still have your regular dagger.
You guys are making compelling arguments. Okay, she was just gonna throw them on the ground. Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Well, if she leaves them behind, Solara's gonna take them.
I think also like when she's feeling on them, she'll like take the tip and like kind of like press it into the tip of her finger until it bleeds, just to see it.
You get like
feel it.
it's so sharp. Like you don't, when you do that, you don't even, when you press in, you didn't even feel it, and you started to bleed a little bit. Very cool. Like, yeah, like it's creating like, it's not just a little, like you got in there pretty deep.
Yeah. So. Cool.
While they're doing that and paying attention, I'm going to kind of sit back a little bit on the bed. I'm going to pull out the horn and just kind of look at it, like unwrap it, keep it in the cloth, look at it. And while I'm doing so, I have the little moth that comes around when I'm looking at stuff and starts fluttering around my horns, and then just like rests on my forehead.
I think you need to give. I know what you're talking about.
I know.
But what does your little moth look like? Like, when does it come out? Like, what does it do?
What's that mean? So, right now, considering everybody's busy, they wouldn't see the fluttering around.
Wouldn't
But
we?
I'm just kidding.
But I
I rolled a 17 naturally.
For funsies, go ahead and roll those perception checks.
Oh, that's an 18 naturally.
Okay, so we just immediately lock on for no reason at all.
17.
Oh yeah, like so.
You also got a 17? We all clocked that shit.
Oh, Laura's coming back and she's pulling the dagger out of the wall, and then Selka's like she's putting her finger in her mouth, and then all of a sudden it was like 3 pairs of eyes are just turning and looking at Therian, like his massive self like sits back up onto the bed, and Fifi's right next to him, and
Very
so
large
like
creek.
all
And
yeah,
you
just
like flames to a moth.
literally, and so you have 3 sets of eyes just now looking at you. Like, is Selka holding her daggers, or did she put them on the ground?
She probably would have put them in a rag.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
so it would have been out already because while you guys were doing that, I would have been focusing on the horn. So when you would look, you would see this like little lightly colored goldenish moth fluttering around my horn. It's like it just keeps going almost figure eights around my horns. But then at one point, as I'm looking at the horn, it just goes and sits in the middle of my forehead, and it just starts kind of like having a light glow about it.
Tiny little bird. Little bird?
Oh, it's me.
What is that about?
Delicate bird.
It's my little, aside from my familiar Ignis, this little guy usually sticks with me when I'm looking, researching, studying, investigating.
And he helps you?
He helps soothe me a little bit. And as he's talking, it goes back and starts fluttering around his horns.
Are you finding out anything about the horn?
No, just a feeling. We'll figure it out tomorrow, I'm sure. We definitely gotta be very careful with this. Obviously, it was a big reason for tonight, but it's my history of learning certain things, and also even some stuff that I've grown up with of certain artifacts being important. They also draw danger if people know. So it's going to be very important that we keep this out of sight and out of mind from anybody else. Except for obviously Mary and everyone else here possibly.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn more about it.
Is it out? I'm covered right now.
It's out in my lab, like I'm holding it in my hands.
So when that lantern find came down originally, and Vale was both anxious and excited. Was it more so the lantern or was it the horn?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oofy. 7.
10. So right now, you feel a sense of tiredness in your chest and that spot in your mind where Vale sits. You really can't tell right now.
Okay.
You can't decipher whether it was that or the lantern. But maybe when that feeling gets a little bit more sprightly, more active, that's when you can check again. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
0 or 8 for a second. 18.
When you're looking at this horn is it's a white horn, and you've heard legends about unicorn horns and how it has molded, and it's two pieces that have been spun together to create that spiral, and it's a little bit thicker at the base and sharp at the tip. And when you're looking at it, you're recognizing it as a unicorn horn, and it's white pearlescent, a very iridescent sheen over top. But you also see like light scratches. You can tell that it's been used in battle. And looking at the base, so at the base, and then like 2 mid areas, and then the tip.
So it's the whole horn.
It's the whole horn. But you're noticing that there's, like, it's hollow, but there's holes. So it's like fragments and pieces of the horn are broken off and gone. But you're noticing that there's 4 spots.
With that, I'm like looking at the base of the horn. Does it look like it was a clean break or like a rough break?
A clean break.
So I'm looking at it. I don't want to study too long. It's really focusing in, mentally calculating, and wrap it back up and put it back in my bag. Oh. I have a feeling. Obviously, we were brought here for a reason. Together, even though we've never met before. And I have a feeling that our journey together is probably not ended. Is that okay with you?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
We always have a choice.
I want to get the answers, so
Believe me, there's always a choice, but I would definitely never want to take away somebody's free will.
I don't usually work in groups, but I feel like to get where I need to go, I'm gonna have to. I suppose you guys are okay.
I would deem you a very welcome asset. I've seen what you can do, good level head, and you're not like most of your kind that I've seen who are out for blood and glory. It's more of
Blood is not glory.
not glory.
Blood is not glory.
I know. They want blood and glory. Not talking about blood being glory, but stealing just for the fun. Causing bloodshed to get what they want.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing. But you're different. From what you've done, you're not doing it just for Saul. And that's why I'm okay being around you. Trusting me. Fifi?
I think she'd already gotten up from the bed, and with her renewed height, she's kind of peeking around. And she was like half listening to Ethereum talk, but she's like kind of intrigued at the new vantage point, looking at everything. But like she like locked in when Solara was talking about blood is not glory. She's like,
You guys didn't know each other before you came here?
We met a few days before. Had camp together twice. And we arrived, but I just met her in the woods. Came out of a portal with my familiar Ignis.
So you met by chance?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Regardless, I don't think so either. I'm not usually one to believe in destined fates. However, there's a lot in my life that seems to have shifted that. Meeting her, one of them, and then the tickets with the rest of you. So, I believe you're absolutely right. Not by chance.
Definitely think there's something very powerful at play here.
Yes. That and Adrian and Lady Seraphine. A lot of power comes from that. And the fact that the dust they had left behind still had magical charge to it. It's not something to scoff at.
No, it's very concerning.
Why did your fox come to find me?
You came to find you.
Mm-hmm.
From what you told me, it sounded like you chased him out. Or followed him out.
Oh,
He's very playful. He likes
Wait,
to
did
play.
I know there was a fox?
It's my familiar, one of my familiars. Like forms. But I haven't had him out yet.
Okay.
So no.
Do you have a fox?
Ignis, there's 4 forms he usually takes. The fox and the owl are his favorites. He can be a frog or a scorpion. But he likes to either fly or he likes to be on all 4s and just bound around. He's feeling very playful and mischievous that day, so he was...
is that why I came to find you?
I think he was drawn to you because you yourself are playful and mischievous.
And you remember that day that you had come out of your Badger's Week and you were feeling, little fluffy. And you remember seeing Ignis and his normal form, and you remember him coming and jumping and then opening that portal. And then when he jumped through, his form changed into something more ethereal. So your brain was just, you were thinking about that memory and how he came near you, but then you followed him through.
He came and got me.
Okay. I believe you. He had a good judging character.
Argue with that.
Good judging character. Yeah.
It's a good fox. Why aren't they burying Madame Crèche?
Depends on what they believe in. Sometimes people believe in burial. Some people prefer fire. Some other methods. It just really depends on who you are.
I mean, why aren't they doing that right now? Because there's a lot of wild animals that are going to smell that dead body and want to eat it.
I'm sure they'll protect her.
Should be well protected and well guarded.
Go through the watch. That's really need to be treated.
Fire?
Yeah. Some people see fire as a way to cleanse the body, purify the soul. Some used to see it as a way to get rid of the body without having to worry about it being returned to the earth.
Who sees it that way?
There's a lot of people.
So if I die right now, somebody's gonna burn me?
If you don't want that, I won't let it happen.
What if you die too?
I will find a way.
What do you want to happen to your body?
Bury me. Bury me into the ground. Let the earth
That makes
absorb
sense.
me. So that renewal.
It's-
Burning bodies.
Some people do. The other one, like you said, burying is another method too.
No wonder the magic is dying.
In your mind, Ethereum, go ahead and roll me.
Is it history? 14.
Okay. So thinking back, you do remember that it was either Mary or one of the carnival folk. They mentioned getting the pyre ready. So in your mind, sorry, Cody.
Oh, I didn't know how to turn it off.
In your mind, you're like, there is probably going to be a fire tomorrow. I should probably prepare Fifi for they're not going to bury her. They're gonna end up creating and burning her.
So, tomorrow, Madame Crèche is going to have a pyre made for her. It's a ceremonial rite where they build up this nice little structure made of wood, lay the body on there, and they do burn it. You can stand back, or if you want to be in the form and be with me, you can. But just preparing you that there will be fire. They will be burning her body because that's their way of still returning her to the earth, but by wind instead of in the ground.
As we respect your desires, you need to respect theirs.
Did she want to be burned?
Yes, that seems to be their method.
I hope she has renewal through the wind.
How I always see it, as long as something really terrible doesn't happen, whether through earth or through wind and fire, so your essence is returning one way or another. When people get released into the air through fire, I always saw it as everybody's got a little bit of a magical essence about them, something, and it's just returning back to the atmosphere, as it were.
They're just burning away the shell so the spirit can be released.
Above table. I would really like for Fifi to try and sneak out to get like a finger or a toe of Madame Crèche for her own like personal burial.
You can certainly try.
So not respecting it.
You don't know that. It's above table.
I know. Sorry.
So not respecting it. So does she want to do that now? Or
Time is of the essence, Fifi. You gotta go. Get up and go.
She just walks out. We're all like,
I have to go potty.
Well, no, because she's big lady right now. She's big lady, you know. Everybody's watching. She's gonna leave the tent. She's gonna be like, I'm just a little hungry. Or no. Can't do that.
Close your eyes. Let your heart decide. What would Fifi do?
She just walk out and not say anything.
Up out of the thing?
Yeah, she's leaving.
Okay, I'm gonna give her a birth, but I'm gonna have Ignis in its own form, that's what he's been in, fly above, and I'm going to. Because if she's not trying to hide, I'm like, okay. After that conversation, I'm really skeptical of what she's
right,
doing.
Solara would be.
Did you immediately after saying that?
Yeah.
Solara would be like, that's a little suspicious.
Yeah, I'm following if you want to tag along, because that's an Ignis will fly. You see a reddish feathered horned owl, like his feathers almost look like they could be flame in terms of just the coloration, fly out and above. I'm gonna keep truck with her just it's a respectable distance. That way she's just.
Before we leave, Solara would be like, Selka, are you gonna be okay? Yes. Just head out.
are you staying or are you?
Yeah, she's gonna go to the bathroom and get naked.
Okay. You can go get naked.
Yeah.
So while everybody leaves, what do? Just what is in Selka's head right now? She's just gonna
Yeah, she'll probably. So once they leave, she'll like stand up, and now that they're gone and like it's kind of silent, like I feel like that feeling's kind of coming back. So it's like I don't know. She doesn't know what to do with it. Like it's uncomfortable. So I don't know. She wants to kind of like maybe busy herself. So she'll probably like, because I feel like her dress is like almost like stretchy almost, you know? So she'll like kind of like slip it over her shoulders and like step out of it and stuff. And she's going to take her dress to the bathroom. And for the most part, she's going to work on like getting the stains out first. But she's naked.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Because how I'm seeing her is, so you're going to the back where the bathroom's at. Unfortunately, because there is no like, there isn't like a shower or a tub, but you do see like
There's
a
like a
little
bowl, right?
there's a bowl, and then when you come in and around the corner, you're noticing like a larger basin that has water in it, and you touch it and you just kind of like start, and then you'll put your dress in there. But above the basin, there's a filigreed mirror, and so looking at yourself, because you are very you're translucent and your white hair, you're seeing like bits of ichor blood splatter in your hair. But then as you're like washing it, this isn't anything unnatural to you, because this is what you do at home. And you're washing and you're just kind of cleaning against the grit to try and get the stains out. And you look in the mirror and you're noticing like your scar has always been like a little gray, but today your scar is looking a little bit more raised up and pink. It's like a light pink color.
I guess there's anxiety.
So
She'll like feel on it.
and there's like normally it just doesn't feel like anything. It's just always been a part of you that you've always known. Like to you, like, okay, I wonder if everyone else is turning pink. But it's raised up a little bit, and it's almost like it feels swollen, and there's like a warm hum to it. And then when you look at yourself in the mirror, you start to like kind of like wash out the black ichor, and you're cleaning your dress. Is there anything else you would like to do in this moment?
Not necessarily, but like after looking at herself in the mirror and noticing that, she's gonna like be a little bit more like
Kind of like hasty, like a little bit more like that anxious feeling is kind of like, or the feeling of that unfamiliar like.
Like she's
just
gonna
like
like
putting that energy into the
yeah. And then after that, it's probably gonna have to like be sent out to dry. She'll probably pull out the gray dress. So she'll probably slip that on instead.
And when you put it on, it fits like a glove. It fits every curve beautifully. It's a light gray velvet. And it has a beautiful, before you put your cloak back on, imagine like it's slightly off the shoulder, so it like comes to here, and it's like a swoop neck. And when it comes down, it doesn't come into like a sweetheart line, but it will come down just enough to where like a slight part of your bosoms are going to show, but then you're going to see like a little tip of your scar that's coming in between. But it fits you, and you like kind of like raise your hands and you like do some of your movements, and everything just fits. Like it's not hindering your movement, it moves right along with you, like it was made for you. And the sleeves are, you have a couple of options with your sleeves, it looks like. They have like, it's a long sleeve that form fits you. There's no slack in it. And then your hands, like those dresses that come up like a V, like so it goes to a point, and there's a little loop that you can loop onto your middle finger if you would like. So when you put it on, it has like a little cover on your hands. Or if you're like, I don't like that, you can pull it up and you can roll the sleeves, and it fits perfectly flat.
Okay.
So design choices however Selka would like it. But everything just fits her perfectly. And like the sleeves, then her palms aren't hindered or anything from the sleeves, and like little pearl buttons like are at the base that you can just like, and it will reach all the way down and over her toes.
Okay.
But not to where she would trip on it.
Okay.
Like when she walks, it would be normal, but like her little tootsies would be covered.
Okay. And I think after that, she'll probably just poke around. Just look. Just for the others to go by.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
14.
What was it?
14.
You didn't get 14. I did not mean to make Oak come through with that smart ass remark earlier. I was like, oh
She
no.
crashed it.
Oh no.
Get crashed, bitch.
As you're looking around, you're drying. You put your dress up and you're drying, and before you leave that back room, you get a glint in your peripheral, and it's like a little black glint, not like a little shiny glint, but like it's almost like a little black sparkle. And you turn and you see a tarnished silver hairpin that looks like a moon.
That's awesome.
And in your head, you hear, "Come on, darling." And then with that hairpin, so it grants advantage on 1 persuasion or 1 deception check made under moonlight.
Okay, cool.
After use, it grows cold for 24 hours.
So like once a day thing?
Yep.
Persuasion what?
Advantage on 1 persuasion or 1 deception check
Okay, cool.
made under moonlight.
Damn, wish Fifi would have gotten that.
Above table.
Yeah.
Can I have my ticket back at some point? Because I would like to keep it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get it on.
Easy peasy. And if you want, I can laminate it for you guys. So I could always take it to the shop tomorrow and laminate it if you would like your tickets laminated.
Sure. That's a good keepsake.
Mm-hmm. So with that, Selka takes the pen and would you say you put it on your dress, babe, or would you put that in your pack?
Putting it in her pack.
So she's gonna put that in her pack. Fifi is just walking with a sense of purpose, and she's on a mission. So she follows through. Fifi, go ahead and give me a perception check. Actually, no, give me a nature check.
Okay. Wish it was perception. 16?
Okay. So as you walk out, you are on a mission. You're like, okay, where would they take the dead body? Where would they take her? Where would they keep her? So your thought is, okay, so if they were to bury somebody, it would be outside of the carnival. But why would they burn somebody? That would have to be also outside of the carnival. So you start heading out of the circus folk area, and you pass the big tent, and you keep going, and you start to hear that melancholy hum again, and you're noticing a black tent that is almost like think of like mosquito net or like tulle, where it's a softer fabric, and you see Madame Crèche lying on a decorative like bedroll, and people have her like completely surrounded. And then off about 50 feet close to the water, you're seeing that they're starting to build like almost like a platform or a stair step for Fifi. And they're putting logs and wood in intricate patterns.
Okay.
As she starts walking forward, so I'm in range, I'm going to use minor illusion, and about 20 feet behind her, I'm going to cast to make it sound like there's birds chirping in that area.
Perception check, Fifi.
So Laura would be like sticking to the shadows and trying to get in close.
13?
As I
Could
say,
be worse.
and to decide it, to know if it's an illusion, she has to beat my spell DC of an investigation check.
Okay, and what is that?
And that is a 14. So she doesn't know it's an illusion.
Okay. But our Fifi, she's on a mission right now. So for a moment, she hears the chirp, 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 bird, 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 whistle, whistle, whistle.
So good.
Now, would this minor illusion mimic her back, or would it just...
It just mimics bird sounds.
Okay.
Again, like perfectly bird sounds. And I can make it sound however I want. So if she's making the sounds, I'm going to make it sound like what she's doing.
Okay. Damn. So you hear...
She's looking. She's looking.
What are they saying in bird language? You don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So I'm like, is that you, Frank? And he's saying, toaster. Bye bye, Bluey toaster.
She stopped and talking about it.
At this point, she has kind of stopped in her tracks, but she has she made it pretty close to Madame Crèche's tent to where, like, she stopped in her tracks and now she's whistling, but then, like, all of the fair folk are turning. And they're seeing Fifi just kind of like, and she's whistling to herself, paying attention. And she's like,
Fifi, what are you doing?
I was gonna visit Madame Crèche.
I think they need to worry about making sure she's ready for tomorrow.
I can help with that.
How about we let them take care of who they care about?
I can offer my help.
with that, she keeps walking forward.
Say, I'll go with you. So I'll go with her.
And then Solara's gonna like slide in on the other side of her.
So you have 5'2", Solara, and Ethereum's
6'11".
6'11". 6'11". 6'11". But Fifi's 7'9".
7'2".
7'2". Okay. So I'm trying to my brain. We're gonna have to make one of those charts.
I
that
think
you
I have
guys
one
need-
on Canva. I can print it out.
That would be
I
great
used it
because
to-
sometimes it's like
I thought I did, didn't I?
you might have.
You
I'll
did
have to double
for
check.
you did for the Vagrant Lands one. Because
Okay.
It had Onku, Wainwhip, so but I did one for the others. So yeah.
Yeah, I would like that, please, because my brain goes, okay, so even though Ethereum's a little bit shorter, he's not much shorter than Fifi. But when Fifi's on a mission, she's going. So what are the folk have now turned and they're like watching, and they see all three of you come towards and you see going, hey, you guys coming to me? We're getting Madame Crèche ready from
Fifi, Kira, wanted to see if you needed any help.
I very much appreciate it, but we're okay.
Thank you. See, they got it covered.
And then I just cut him off. Can I say goodbye to Madame Crèche before her funeral pyre?
Baby, Margaret, not right now. Augra's with her, and Augra's not letting anyone near her right now.
You don't want any help? No help?
No, not right now. Augra's she's what's the word? She's scary. And a lot of times we're not allowed to help. No, she actually just didn't turn around all the time. She just not allowed to help.
What do you say?
Not allowed to help.
And then I think Fifi would kind of like look at the ground, be a little discouraged, and then she'd suddenly notice Solara that's to her left.
Solara would just be like, let's go.
Turns around.
You guys hungry?
Fifi turns back around.
I can get you some food.
Sure. That'd be great.
When you have a moment, it doesn't have to be right now.
Well, like I said, Augra scares me, and she doesn't want to help right now, and everyone else is safeguarded, so I'm alright, because it's technically my time for food, because I'm hungry.
Fifi, do you remember the way back to where we came from?
Would you remember?
Solara, do you think we should get Selka?
I think we should.
Could you do me a favor?
Absolutely.
Can you take Fifi with you to go get Selka?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take you to get Fifi or Selka, and I wanted to talk to Lauren here for a moment.
So we'll just start heading back.
You gonna go get a little white hair girl? Because she's probably hungry too.
We're gonna go get Selka, and then where would you like to meet us?
You like meat, right? We're gonna go get Silas and get an uplifting song of chicken and turkey.
I do enjoy salads.
He's running around like crazy. He won't stop. Poor little thing.
Should we go to his booth, or does he have a trailer we should go to?
He had moved his booth closer, so it's like right there.
And like you turn around and there's like it's like 15 feet right there. And you just hear Silas go popcorn.
I don't know what they did, but he's been singing that song like all day.
Yes, I did. We love it. Sang it earlier.
Oh, okay, there's the reason why he's singing that song.
Yes.
I better admit it. Alright, we're gonna go get the little blonde hair girl.
Yes.
Alright, let's go.
And like he just like starts limping and he grabs like your hand with his little hand.
Real quick. Go ahead and move.
There we go.
Okay.
forward.
We'll go on ahead of them. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Fifi's following, but she's also still trying to tweet to the non-existent bird.
By now the tweets go away.
Yeah, they're gone, but she's still trying. Like, talk back.
Nothing returning.
Reply.
Solara's probably having to run to keep up with your giant steps.
Oh my god. Yeah, Fifi's like on a mission now. She's like, okay, gotta go get Selka. And she like turns with purpose and she just. And then Solara's like on a jog.
Yeah.
Like keep up.
Which she's fine with because she's athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is Augra available?
No.
Not at all.
I could ask her, but I don't think so. I
It
think
will-
she's working on Madame Crèche.
You see, it's nothing to do with any information. It's a possible favor if we could.
Okay, I figure.
I have a feeling.
He like scratches the side of his face with his little hand.
I have a feeling I know why TV came this way.
What? You show her a pair of respect?
In a way, yes. I know you're planning to release her by fire.
Yeah, we're making a very pretty pie for her. Yeah.
Would it be possible to get a lock of her hair?
What for?
For something to give to Fifi to put it into the earth herself. As a payment of her respect to Madame
you see him like just turn and he just starts like hobbling and you hear him like and you hear him asking her questions and she turns and unfortunately he moves. So yeah, unfortunately that would be a fight. So, he's like, okay, alright. And then he like hobbles back. Yeah. You might have to ask her later, because right now she's very scary, and she said no. But that doesn't mean that she won't change her mind later. Sometimes she does.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
And I'll kind of head back towards where the trailer was. Meet him halfway, at least. When I'm walking back.
He follows behind you. You just hear like a big stomp, little stomp, big stomp, little stomp behind you.
I'll have to show you my trick later.
Oh, what trick?
Mary said that you might be very interested in a trick with the juggling balls I can do.
Are you trying to take my job?
No. This is more of a spell to use in difficult situations.
Oh, can you teach me?
Maybe one day. It took me a long time to learn.
Oh, okay.
And maybe one day when things are more settled down, I could take some time and I can sit with you for a while and teach it to you.
Okay.
And with that, I would just continue walking and not really talk much the rest of the way.
And that didn't take long. So you catch up with Fifi and Solara pretty quickly, and you just see Fifi with purpose, like going back up into there, and she opens the door and she like hollers for Silka.
There she is.
You're fine. I'm gonna have to pee here soon anyway. It's fine. So
I open the tent door.
Yep. Go ahead.
Soka!
Why are you talking like that? She'll probably just be like, I feel like after she got done nosing around everything, she would just be sitting on the bed, very like straight, but she's probably just like, kind of, I don't know, like her hands are just on the dress, like as like a way to kind of like get like the, I don't know, like the energy out of her. But she probably would have noticed like the tent opening. So even though you busted in, Soga, like she's just sitting and staring at you.
You hungry?
Yes.
And she just holds out her hand.
What do you? Put her hand in your hand. Okay.
We're going.
Okay.
Out the tent.
And Selka's so small, you're just like, boing.
Okay, that's fine.
Solara, roll an athletics check. Actually, an acrobatics check, please.
What is Solara doing?
Okay, it's gonna be high. It's 18 plus. Did you say athletics?
Yes, please.
So 19.
Okay. So, again, with purpose, like you're following and you're trying to catch up to Fifi. Fifi, you see her open, but you were like checking the steps like on your way up into the tent trailer area, and you didn't notice that Fifi was coming right back out with Selka in tow. So like bosoms straight in your face, and you actually like kind of like bounce off of her. but you like catch yourself where you do like this crazy somersault and then you just land on your feet like, all right.
Just ran into some biddies, dude. Hey, what's that mean?
Fifi bitties.
They're probably big as my head.
Probably bigger, bro. That's a big woman.
I think in that happening, like Fifi will be kind of like a little bit worried for Selka, and she'll just pick her up and like have her football carry, just like she doesn't fall, you know.
Oh, for Solara?
No, for
Selka.
Selka.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. She's trying to just...
Because in case somebody else runs into me, you know, so that you won't fall.
I think Solara would have looked up and saw that and just been like, it's okay, you can let her go.
Fifi looks down at Selka.
When you first did that, I feel like her first instinct would be like to like, you know how cats kind of like catch themselves? She would have like her arms sort of went out.
Oh,
What are you doing?
And she's so perfect because she has you right by the waist, so it's like you're not like schlumped, you are like, and like your feet and like you just feel your toes like spread out really far because you're just like, this is a new sensation.
Let's go get food. And then Fifi starts walking.
And she's short enough that nothing drags. Like her feet don't drag, her dress don't drag, nothing. It's just she's just holding you, and you just
Okay.
and whatever you want to do in this moment. Vale isn't saying anything right now.
Yeah, but Vale has said in the past, like, you know, like, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe these people are good people. Okay, so just let it happen.
Like in Fifi's mind, like whenever she's a smaller, like the little squirrel, like she was riding on everybody's shoulders. She was on Selka's foot. Like she's like, yeah, this is what we do. We give each other little rides places sometimes.
Selka's very stiff right now.
Yeah, there's no give or sway in her body. She is legit, like.
And Laura's just walking behind and being like,
You see her, because she doesn't wear shoes, so her toes are like.
You just see her little toes. You just see her little piggies at the base of her dress, but they're really spread out really far.
Solara's like, damn, I wish I had a cell phone.
Oh, this is stupid.
Oh, here she comes. Yep, she got her.
Goran saw it before you did.
And I see Solara walking and just like...
Solara's just like,
I got her.
You sure do. Selka, are you okay? You look very rigid right now.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go get some food.
Alright. And Goran like follow. He like stands beside Fifi and just like he. What side is she on? Is she on that side? So his big hand is actually like he grabs your hand, and so like he's like holding your hand, and we're all just walking.
It's very nice to be carried like that, but you're very nice, so I will hold your head out. That's okay.
Do you want to ride?
I look small on this side, but on this side I'm very heavy, so I don't know if you could carry me. But your head's very nice and warm, and you're pretty, and I will hold your head.
I feel like Fifi would definitely take that as a challenge, and she would scoop him up and like have his legs like almost like a toddler, spread around her hip.
She has big
And
hips.
just sit her on the
tall
hip.
is Goran?
Goran's. I really want to say
How
Goran's like
funny.
4'8".
How funny would it be if he
smaller than
was 4'8"?
Laura?
He's shorter, but he's wide.
Right,
And he's thick and heavy. Thick. But only one side of it, like one
Right.
side is very dense, the other side is not.
That'd be hard to balance.
So Fifi, because it's one-handed, give me a strength check.
Oh my god.
you can do it.
Come on.
Look at all your stats and strength.
Is it like the saving throw?
Be this one.
Oh, God. So that's a 6.
All right. So Goran's like all
wanted it to work.
excited. So he's like, oh, and he feels like your arm like grip under his belly, and he's like, and he like lifts his little feet up. And he tries really hard, but then because he's so dense on the one side, he's holding with his strong hand. But it kind of like, when you pull up this way, it's like all physics. His heavy part just goes, oh, darn it. He's like, his little foot and arm are like up, but his like face is on the ground.
Oh,
It's and he's like, no, stop. But so you just see little arm, little foot, but then like big arm is like bracing himself on the ground.
So she would set Selka down.
Alright.
And then she can she scoop him up?
Yeah.
She
And
scoops him up.
he's kind of like, think about like a fat panda being picked up by
I love
somebody, and he's like, okay. All right, here we go. And he's like trying to walk while Fifi has him like in the air, so it's just this little feet. We're like, oh, okay, I'm leading you to there. I'll be there. He's holding his little cane, like, and he's just kind of like waving, but he's like walking in place. So you guys start walking towards the chicken and turkey stand.
I'll fall back a little bit, walking with Solara. Like, is this how it's been the whole rest of the day?
You know it has been.
Oh.
I feel like we have our own little carnival.
At least it'll keep us amused on the road.
You hear Goran and Fifi just laughing. Like, it's just genuine happiness happening right now between the two.
It's good to see a little happiness during this time.
So I think, to be honest, it'll be nice for us both to have
You two give me perception checks.
Selka's there. Selka's there.
No, that doesn't put.
Selka's there. She didn't follow Fifi. She didn't want to be a part.
11.
13.
Okay, so you guys are walking, and you notice that little Selka. You turn around, and she's just kind of standing there, just kind of like, not really sure what to think. You just see blink, blink, and she's just kind of standing there, and you guys notice it. What would you do? Like, would you just kind of?
She debating whether or not she's still hungry. Like after that, did they turn back at all?
If we know, I would have looked back and like, "You coming?"
And then Solara would have been like, Aetherian, you might have to give her a ride.
You want the shoulders?
She's just gonna walk.
Like, she just like beelines it straight towards Fifi and where they're going, and she's just like, would you like give him an eyeball, or would you just keep your neck straight and keep looking face ahead?
Keep straight, because it's not necessarily like I don't want you to carry me. It's more like
I'm not.
I don't want no, please.
So you guys make it to the stand, and Fifi just puts Gordon down. He's like, yeah,
that was fun. Thank you. What? Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna stay at the carnival? It'll be so much fun.
I didn't even know I'd be here. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I'm really glad to be here. Ready? Let me order you something.
And he's saying it so innocently. There is nothing foul about him. Like, and so he's like,
You want chicken? You want turkey?
Popcorn.
You want popcorn? I'll get you popcorn. Silence!
and yeah. Hi. You guys hungry?
Very.
Right. Popcorn. Okay. And Goran said your name was Pretty Lady.
No, it's Fifi.
Just as pretty. And he like he's just like just running his little, and he's just like, you just see like this blur of like popcorn being thrown into this bucket, and he like stops directly in front of you and he hands out the popcorn to you. Hey, you're welcome.
What do you guys want? I can order for you. I know the guy.
I think I had turkey already, so I'll chicken.
Chicken? Okay. You chicken?
I'll take the chicken as well.
Sinister chicken!
He holds up like
Is it?
Through chicken! Through!
and Silas goes 3. And he like pulls Goran's like one finger down. And he's like, that's 3.
Through!
And he again like buzzes around, and you see him grill. He pulls out the raw chicken and he throws it onto the grill, and as he's kind of like running in circles, he's like seasoning it, herbing it, and then he throws a little bit of butter on there, and then like he's like turning it, and it's like you don't know how it's happening so quick, but he's like cooking that chicken in front of you in like less than 2 minutes, and then he gives you each 3 a piece of chicken, and the chicken legs are like this giant. So yeah, I'll feed your bellies.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little sad.
Understand this. I'm right there with you, so I can only imagine how you're feeling.
Madame Crèche was very nice to me.
She seemed very wonderful. You're just relaying that with everyone else.
She never made fun of my eyes.
Who would?
Well, I mean,
I think they are spectacular.
and like all of the tiny little eyes in his eyes like turn and like look at you, and they just all blink at
So they're
different
the
times.
one. He's the one with the white eyes,
Mhm.
like all the
Like
little
all, like-
white dots.
And he
stuff.
has like a little tuxedo on.
So Solara would go. They look like stars in the sky.
Yes, they do. All blinking at once.
And he just has like this really cute, like toothy grin. It just reaches his ears. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you guys want any other food?
I'm okay. I think the chicken will suffice.
There's you're more than welcome to eat back at camp, or there's tables. And he's like, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna keep cooking, keep my hands busy. Makes me less sad.
Alright. You do whatever you need to. Thank you again.
And you hear he goes back to his cooking, and you just hear like
Turkey.
and it's just like a hum that he's just kind of like singing over his cooking.
I like it.
And he's sitting there with his giant turkey leg, and he's just like, he's actually being pretty quiet. I think in the midst of you guys and just kind of like the calmness that you bring, he's just kind of like his tenseness is melting in his shoulders a little bit, and you just see him kind of like.
Just didn't eat. Just kind of looking at everybody as I do. Ethereum has a very similar feeling, just kind of like a calm.
Selka's watching.
I was
Baby
gonna say
eat popcorn.
I felt like something.
She's just eating her popcorn.
Yeah, she's chowing down.
Why do you eat the human but not the bird?
Bird didn't do anything bad.
She's looking at your teeth.
I mean, they're normal now.
Fair point.
Why don't you just look through them?
Uh-oh.
And she's catching every single one of them.
She doesn't make that face, but she'll eat her
Go and notice her juggling skills.
I was about to fall in love 10 times over.
He like looks up.
That was a really nice trick. Dude, you did that so good!
She's just gonna toss mine.
It like hits his nose. That one hits like the side of his cheek.
Go get this! Alright.
That one, it like the perfect arch, and he just got like really, really wide, and he got and then it just goes like that, and he's like,
I got it! Fingers.
That's funny.
and he's just sitting there, and like quick precision, you just see him like turning his turkey leg over, and it's clean. He like picks up a napkin off the ground.
I'm gonna go back. I'll probably take my shift with. But thank you for letting me eat your food, and thank you for letting me have the popcorn today.
Thank you for setting up this.
Again, big arm, big chest. He's like trying to reach into his bag, and he pulls out one of his juggling balls.
Thank you. Would you like one of mine?
And he's like touching it, and he's like you know how like just texture, and he's like,
this one would bounce a lot. This one should be bouncy.
Would you like to see my trick
Yeah,
before I go?
yeah.
So I have a ball, and when you use his ball, it's going to get a juggling ball. Okay, so I just like tossed it up in the air a couple of times, and when I do it the last time, I make sure it's away from everybody, and it's like this like 10-foot cylinder of like just balls.
He's like, whoa, where are they coming from?
It's magic.
I think you're trying to take my job.
No, I would never take your job.
Alright, well, can I keep this?
Absolutely.
Alright, you can keep mine.
I figure we trade, and that way we remember each other.
and he like kind of like he's like,
He's like, are you going? Yeah, I'll pick those up.
Oh, they go away.
Oh.
You can pick them up if you want, but they'll go away after a little bit.
Well, that's very nice because then you don't have to pick them up.
Okay.
It helps cleaning.
Do you need bandage off?
No. This is really cute. I feel really maternal towards him. He's just so excited to see all those balls.
Are you on your badger days? Just kidding, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh god, I'm a sympathetic crier, so stop it.
I love it. He's my favorite. I love him.
So you just see him, he's so happy, and he puts the ball in his bag and he grabs his crutch, and then he just like, oh, see you guys later.
See you tomorrow.
And he like turns and he just has a little pep in his step, so his limp isn't that hard right now, but he's just kind of like.
Put his bag in, or his ball in my bag. Safe.
And like what he gave you was like a like almost like one of the like a hacky sack, where it's not as like the one you gave him was maybe a little bit more dense, good for bouncing, like he said, like getting that spring. But like this one, would be good for like if you wanted to juggle with your feet, and like you would be able to kick it and then like add more into it, and it would like land softer.
Like no beads inside.
Mm-hmm. And when like a hacky sack, like it when you hear it, you hear that shake of the seeds inside.
So squish it around a little bit.
First crying I've been watching a lot of sad TikToks, like really like heartwarming TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been a little sensitive.
I love it. Trust me, I do it all the time.
Oh god.
Is everyone ready to bed down for the night?
So you guys go ahead and you finish your popcorn and all of your chicken wings, and you throw everything in the trash receptacles, and Silas gives you guys napkins, wipes your faces, and little wet naps for your hands, and you start heading back. And as you walk by, you see the carnival folk. The Pyre's built. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful black shrouded, probably sits about 3 feet high and about 9 feet long, so you know that she's going to be comfortable and have a lot of room. You see Madame Crèche and Augra is still in there with her, and she's Augra's like brushing her hair and like fixing up her clothing and like buttoning buttons and like putting her hands on her tummy and just kind of like prepping her for tomorrow. The song isn't as melancholy. There's still a tinge of sadness, but the spirits are starting to brighten to where there's a nice like happiness to the air. Like the air is starting to feel a little bit lighter, and you guys head back to Madame Crèche's trailer, and you are safe for the night. Is there anything you would like to do before bed?
Before we went into the trailer, I think Solara would have hung back a little bit because she wants to just kind of look at all the things that are hanging on the outside of the trailer and just kind of inspect them and look at them.
So go ahead and give me an investigation check.
15.
So as you come up, you're seeing like a lot of trinkets, a lot of bells, chimes. So like in the soft wind, you're hearing like a really pretty set of wind chimes go off. But like with these wind chimes, there's a deeper echo that kind of just hums into your heart. And then like there's little like almost like the Christmas bells where you can hear them like jingle and you can hear them swaying in the wind, and seeing the ribbons So nothing is out of ordinary. It's kind of like one of those things where when you look at it and with you being near the trailer, you feel a sense of calmness and like serene fall over you.
Sort of Aura's probably like, I don't recognize this feeling.
Ethereum, what would you be doing in this moment?
I think I would be heading into the tent with the other two, if they are.
I was gonna say, Fifi, what would you be doing in this moment?
So above
Yes.
the items that we got, are they specifically tailored to the individuals that found the item?
It was just not necessarily, just something in your mind and your heart told you that it was okay to keep it.
Okay. I think Fifi's plan right now is to like just find, like once they get back into the caravan, the tent thing, she's just gonna find like a space on the floor to get comfortable, but also she's gonna wait until either Selkie isn't looking or maybe Selkie goes to sleep. She's gonna undo the part that Selkie did and redo it tighter, but also like twine the red ribbon in to the book dagger. Nice and tight.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. That Fifi just does that.
You tried to do it so well. You got it pretty tight.
Yeah. Would you say you would do that kind of like after everyone kind of like huddles down for the night?
Yeah.
Okay. Selka, in this moment, that hasn't happened yet, but what would you be doing?
Watching everybody. Standing in the middle of everything.
So the bed is big enough for a couple people. There is a, like, kind of like one of those, what do they call them? Like the thinking couches or like the room. Yes, like a little chaise lounge. The rug is actually really, really comfortable. So wherever you guys decide to bed down. Or is Selka just kind of like standing there?
Just watching.
Selka, where would you like to sleep?
I'm not sure.
You've ever slept in a nice big comfy bed?
Big company.
Why don't you give it a try? See if you like it. And Fifi, you're sure you don't want to have a nice comfy bed after laying on it earlier?
She's just stretched out on the circular oval rug.
So, you can have the bed if you like. And
Challenge, like, kind of like test on it. It's less than
So it's very
Selka says it just like that.
fluffy. It's very fluffy. The a lot of like duvets, cover upon covers, blankets upon blankets, fluffy pillows for days. So when you touch it, like if you're making like biscuits like Fifi was earlier, it's very soft. But also like soft but firm, so it's like you wouldn't just fall into it, but you could tell like there's some give in there, so it's stable, so you know like, okay, I'm not gonna just jump in this bed and disappear.
Right. Yeah, she'll like climb up onto it, but she's not laying down yet. She's still like kind of like sitting up.
I'm gonna take a seat on one of the thinking chairs, kind of other couches, and I'm not gonna lay down to sleep. I'm just gonna make myself comfy and just kind of be able to see everything in the room. But just watch. You okay down there, Fifi?
I think Solara would come in and before she laid down, I think she'd like look at the photos and stuff. So I don't think she'd had a chance to check those out. And then she probably, I would think, with her size and your size, get on the chase lounge I don't know if you'd be able to.
So you said there's two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of them. That way, if you guys didn't like want to share a bed or share the floor, like there's a place for each of you.
Like, I think Solara would think, I'm not sure if Selka would be down for people, like, laying down in the same bed as her, so she just automatically sleep in the chase.
And then, would you lay down right away?
Well, she's gonna look at the photos and
photos.
stuff, for the pictures and stuff first.
And Fifi, is she just kind of like laying on her back? She's just kind of like, I got this. Like, I'm good. So she's looking at photos. She's almost getting ready to go. You two are still kind of sitting up and watching. What would you two be doing in this moment?
Staring at everything.
I'm just watching and making sure. I'm like, I see Selka working right now. And it's like, any questions tonight?
No.
You did very good today. Everything. You fought well. Made some very smart choices. You loosened up. You allowed, in terms of allowing Fifi to carry you so awkwardly when just earlier, the mere touch from somebody got you very defensive.
I did not enjoy it.
I wouldn't have either. So you're okay.
Gorn enjoyed it.
He did.
Does Fifi say that?
Fifi's not asleep.
Yeah, you would.
Gorn enjoyed it.
Goran likes you very, very much.
Selka doesn't like me?
No, she does, but Goran likes you in a different way, I think.
What does that mean?
Like, he thinks you're very pretty. You are.
Selka
But-
doesn't think I'm pretty?
I think Goran, you know the term of, like, boyfriend, girlfriend.
No.
Birds.
Oh no.
Birds?
Bees.
Birds.
And bees.
Just birds. just birds. A lot of times birds find that person or the bird that they wanted to stay with for life.
No.
You've never seen, there's so many birds that will be with one other bird for the rest of their life. You ever paid attention to that?
You ever heard of a mate? Where do you come from?
The woods?
Do you have a village?
No.
Just you by yourself?
Not by myself.
You-
Who are you with?
Nature, right?
My family.
Who's your family?
Well, there's Bob and there's Tom and there's Jerry, Barbara, Genevieve, Daryl, Cassie, Adam, Billy, Timmy.
Okay. Are they your siblings?
Oh yeah.
Did you have a mom and dad?
A long time ago, yeah.
Okay. He wants to be the dad and you be the mom.
A little more innocent of way it seems.
He wants to make babies with you.
He wants to build a house?
Probably. Maybe a tent.
Poor Goran.
Likes you very much. We all like you too. Goran just wants to give you extra attention. Like he did tonight. He gave you a nice one, got the foods for you, wanted to make sure you were taken care of. That he wants to take care of you.
That might make him a little dumb though, because if he takes care of my food first, he's gonna starve to death.
He wants to make sure he eats.
He really needs to, priorities.
I'm coming from somewhere where I wasn't as much of a priority. I make it very much a point to see that people I care about are taken care of before myself. And I think Goran might be very much the same way as was Madame Crèche. It's not a negative thing to have about you, as long as you still do take care of yourself, but having other people come first you care about, there's nothing wrong with that. It just shows how much they mean to you.
But sometimes you're hungry and you have to eat your brother.
Must be a pretty wild place you're from.
You know, sometimes the seasons are harsh.
Well, here, it's not something you have to worry about as much. And eating your kin here is not really looked highly upon. Keep that in mind. Eating people isn't either, but we'll make sure to keep that under our hats.
So I shouldn't have done that.
It's okay with us. But if you're in a city around a bunch of people, not the best thing to do. But if we're out in the middle of the woods, or a carnival of people who enjoy us and know that we're not a threat, you chomp down on somebody, I'm not going to bat an eye. It'll be alright. We'll have our things.
Was there supposed to be so much murder today?
I don't think intentionally, no, but
It really reminded me of him.
it does happen. Oddly enough, me too. For better or worse.
Same for me. We all just stare at
You
stealth,
just see
stare at
Fifi,
stealth.
like Fifi rolls up onto her stomach and just you see her at the end of the bed. It'll look at it.
That's gotta be creepy after that conversation.
Also, because not cooked out. So like cocker-headed.
You just see her do just some long blinks.
His golden eyes. I said those golden eyes peering above the bed.
She's just staring at you.
Fifi gets tired.
Oh.
I don't think anybody could ever beat Self at a staring contest.
Yeah.
Does Selka blink? Or can she just like keep her eyes open?
She blinks sometimes.
Go
A little.
Proposing blink.
Looks like a frog blink.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. She doesn't do that. But she probably could if she wanted. Just put it out there.
Does Solara see anything interesting on the wall aside from the carnival folk that you're talking about? Anything else?
No, just seeing pictures of like her and Mary, her and Augra. A lot of it's just like different type of unique individuals, carnival folk. Just you can tell that Madame Crèche made a difference to a lot of people, and a lot of memories are in these frames, but you don't really notice anything else.
Okay.
So as you all bed down for the night, you hear the hum of the carnival, and you all go to sleep. You have a restful sleep. You don't have to worry about any watches or anything like that. And even though you already like had that feeling of a long rest, you guys wake up nice and refreshed. And throughout the day, we're kind of gonna kind of like, is there anything else that you guys would want to do during the day? If not, we would just kind of like let you guys do your stuff throughout the day, and we would just jump to the twilight time.
The only thing I wanted to do in particular was try to talk to Augra about.
Okay.
I think I'll just like to say, we're finally past day 1!
Yeah!
It's like, whoo!
Busy day.
Busy day.
Fun day.
Besides that, is there anything else that anyone wanted to do during the day?
No, but would it have been possible if Selka did like a quick little stare at everybody as they slept?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you're there's something you want to do during the night.
She didn't want to watch them sleep.
Now, would you waken up? I wouldn't have went to sleep until everybody else was asleep, so we might have to stare down for a little bit. Because that's one thing I was going to say, like before, like I was going to make sure, especially Fifi and Selka were asleep before I did.
I feel like Solara would have slept, but I feel like she's on edge, like most of the time, that she might like sense that people are up still and might like wake her up.
So
Does she hurt anything?
She would have went to Fifi first, and she's just if Fifi doesn't wake up, she's just on their knees, just looking. she's not touching.
Fifi, she knocks out first, but like she wakes up in the middle of the night, and that's when she does the dagger.
It would have been like right after you woke up, or not woke up, but like went to bed. And it won't be for long.
oh, you're fine.
She just wants to just
watch her.
watch, yeah.
And then Ethereum's watching Selka, watching Fifi.
Yeah, I got like a book out, and I'm just going through my spell book, looking at it, and I'm like popping up. Very much like Aragorn in the scene where he's watching Boromir do the like touch the shards in Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
And Solara's like drifting in and out, trying to stay awake.
I mean, I don't think she would try to stay awake necessarily.
You just
She would
drift.
go to sleep, but if like somebody like approached her or came up, like I think it would wake her up.
Okay. So Fifi's out. Solara's out. You're looking at Fifi. Therian's awake. Would you make it known that you're watching her,
I
or
would-
would you just kind of like open your eye and
No, like me, I'm like holding him. I'm like looking up. And I would look up at while she's watching Fifi. Does anything help you sleep?
Not particularly.
Is there anything that you find comfort in?
I was just interested in watching
Okay.
a sleeping person.
Nothing wrong with that. Again, gaining knowledge
Vulnerability.
is a vulnerability. Exactly.
Let's roll it down with Fifi.
But right now, right now is the time to rest.
Just gets a little closer.
Ethereum, protect me.
We were talking about eating people just like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you got him, hypocrite.
So, it is a very vulnerable position, but it also means they need to rest in order to feel better the next day. Don't you feel better after you've slept through the night?
Yes.
Then you need to let them sleep so they can feel better for the next day and keep you safe and us safe. Because if we're not well rested, we're going to have a harder road ahead of us. Now, when you're laying in bed at night, or wherever you slept, is there anything, sounds, visuals that made you feel more comfortable going to sleep?
I like it when the rain drips from the stone.
Raindrops? Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you lay down at the end of the bed, just however you feel comfy, or if you feel more comfortable sitting up?
She'll go and do that.
And as you do that, I'm going to continuously cast Minor Illusion to make it sound like raindrops are hitting that sound right by you. So, until she falls asleep, I'll do that.
Now, does Selka allow sleep to come, or is she still fighting it?
She's not fighting. Yeah, she's...
Good thing she didn't come out to Solara, because Solara would have been like, why are you looking at me?
We would have had a roll off.
Rollies.
Roll call. The moment that I realize that she's actually asleep, then I'll lay down to go to sleep.
And then the threat is
Okay. Now day 2. Okay.
So, does anybody want to do anything else during the day besides Aetherian who wants to go talk to Augra?
I mean, I wanted to talk to Augra too, but I thought she was going to come to us at some point.
Yeah, I'm not talking to her about questions, it's about the hair.
Oh,
I just want to see about
got
the hair
you,
thing
got you,
before
got
the...
you, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another thing I want to do.
So, you check in with everybody. You go ahead and you head on out. And the carnival looks like there's a little bit more liveliness to it. You walk back and you see Madame Crèche is still under that tent, but there's like a cascade of dimmer light over top. So it's like the sun isn't beaming because it doesn't necessarily it's like an overcast. So when you come up, Augra's sitting in with, and they let you in, and Augra looks up at you.
Augra?
Yes?
About that, right? I just had a quick question.
Yes?
First of all, did a beautiful work with her. She looks amazing.
Thank you.
I know the rights of using fire to find and put things back to them where they should be. Know of that. Would it be possible, just a small, like we could do it even by the pyre, just a small lock of her hair for our friend Fifi to do her own rite for Madame Crèche to put her back to the earth as well.
She thinks for a moment. Yeah, I heard you guys talking. She smooths out and she touches her hair and she's like, I already got it taken care of. And she comes out of her side pocket and it's a short little braided lock with a red ribbon on it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I know it'll mean a lot to her. I don't know what she was going to do yesterday, but I would have felt horrible if...
I know what she was going to do, and I am very happy that, yeah, you guys did very good yesterday.
Thank you. I only knew Madame Crèche for a day, and to be quite honest, I thought the world of her just from the brief interactions. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I look forward to speaking with you.
Yes, we will be talking after the pyre.
And he just gives a nod and thanks and heads back.
And she goes back and she's just still smoothing her clothing out and her hair out.
I'm gonna go find Fifi. Where you at?
Lucky she would have kicked your ass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We saved your life.
Fifi died. Dead.
Fifi. I know you wanted to do something for Madame Crèche in your own right, correct? They're still going to do their thing, which you have to respect. But then I'm gonna hold out a piece of hair for you.
She snacks it up.
You get to bury that wherever you want. I think it would be good if you did it with the pyre. Not in it, but at a distance, just at the same time. So it's all happening at the same time. do your own right to return it to the ground. Does that sound good?
I can do that.
Now where you have a piece of fur that you can give back to the others.
She's just looking at the bottle, looking at the braided hair.
And with that, is there anything else you guys want to do during the day?
No.
So throughout the day, you guys are talking, enjoying the relaxation and the comfort for a moment. You walk around the carnival. Carnival folks they're like family now. Everyone's waving and saying hello. As twilight starts to set, the carnival dims down, the lights dim down, the lanterns dim down, and you guys are now at the Pyre. The carnival folk have put her up on this beautiful, beautifully done like log kindling base, and she has her hair neatly done, laid on a pillow, and her arms are interlaced with each other with necklaces and her rings on, and she just looks fancy. They went all out. And tonight, the carnival doesn't laugh, but the lanterns are dimmed to embers. The Calliope brothers are playing a tune, and it's uplifting, but also there's a tinge of sadness into it. They pull out satin ribbons and streamers, and as everyone's coming together, each performer wears a black strip of ribbon tied somewhere visible. So around Goran's wrist, he has a ribbon, and the acrobat's hair wrapped around Mary's finger, tied to the horns of the little cow from the petting zoo or petting area. No one speaks, but one by one they approach her and they leave something at her feet. A cracked tarot card, a silver coin bent nearly in half, a painted mask with a tear carved beneath one eye, a small jar of preserved fireflies. The music, with the calliope and the violinist, starts to play. The melody is slow and wandering, somewhere between a lullaby and a serene, uplifting tune. Every so often, the bows tremble, but he never stops. As the music rises, the carnival illusionist releases a swirl of harmless sparks into the sky. They shimmer like distant constellations. The sparks briefly form in the shape of a unicorn, and Madame Crèche's silhouette appears in smoke. Madame Crèche is not buried. She will be burned tonight. The performers silently remove and stack the fabrics beneath her feet, and perfumed oils are poured along the wood. Wildflowers are woven within the spokes. Inside, she lies draped in a deep violet velvet. Her rings remain on her fingers, and her tarot deck rests on her chest. One of the carnival children places a single white rose between her hands. Mary, he removes his tall hat, and his voice cracks as he says, "She read our futures when we had none. If anyone would like to speak, you are more than welcome to speak now." The fire dancers come forward, and she stands close to the wagon with tears coming down her face. "You always said fire cleanses, so burn bright, old mother." The golden-eyed seer, the young woman, kneels in the dirt, frantically shuffling her own deck. She keeps pulling the same card, the Tower, over and over and over again. And she always believed in renewed times and never let us falter. Severin comes up with his animals. The beasts are restless, the horses stomp, and the ravens scream. But he pulls out a torch, and he's looking around to see if anyone else wants to stay. And you guys are more than welcome to if you would like.
Theron will walk forward, and you said that putting items at the base of her feet, right? he's going to take out his very first spellbook that he doesn't use anymore. The one he attempted to use on himself to build and have a hopeful future away from his past before coming into Svendrick's tutelage. Something that he held very near and dear to him. But with the idea of her bringing hope, he's going to just get that out and put it at the base of her feet. And then he's not going to say anything. He's going to walk up and just look at her. And just like put his hand gently on her arm and just kind of like say something silently to himself. And then walk out.
Would anyone else like to say?
I think Solara would go up and she would look down at Madame Crèche. And she would say, as your body burns, may your spirit ignite. And then just gonna kiss her lips and put it on her lips and then walk away.
And then no pressure. Would Fifi or Silka like to say or do anything?
Silka's just watching.
I think after hearing how they were talking about how she always wanted to burn, Fifi's gonna go up and set the bottle with her hair at the base, and then she's gonna be a distance away from the pyre, but she's gonna kneel on the ground and she's just waiting for the fire to start.
I noticed Fifi do that. I'm gonna go over with Fifi and kneel with her and get close. Not like arm on you, but like shoulders touching to let you know that he's there.
Mary comes up. Etherian, even though she was someone you just met, she was very fond of all of you. Would any of you like to do the honors? And he holds it out and he's like, there's no pressure.
No. Maybe it's up. I'll take it. Feels kind of awkward doing it at first because just meeting her. He walks up slowly. He goes to we go to the points. Does each one deliberately, making sure it catches. And catching her one last time as the fire is going up her. Just kind of, you see him really fixated on her. And just then throws the torch in as well. And goes back to Fifi.
The flame catches easily, and the fire moves like it's being welcomed. Purple and gold embers spiral upward. The smoke smells of not rot, but of cloves, wine, and old paper. As the fire consumes, something impossible happens. The flames turn briefly silver. The smoke forms a crown of antlers. And everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, that was too big for my dice. Natural 20.
19.
Unnatural 20.
21.
Oh.
Perfect. So, as you all gather together and you're watching this happen, you hear all in your heads, the chalice must be made whole. And bringing you four together is the best final feat that I've ever done. Thank you for being here, my friends. As the final beam collapses inward, the fire dims instead of roaring higher. For a heartbeat, the blaze forms the shape of a seated woman. She smiles, then the fire implodes, leaving only a perfect circle of white ash. In the center of the ash is a single unburned tarot card. The carnival does not cheer, they do not applaud. Instead, one by one, they turn their backs to the ashes. Tonight it mourns. Mary moves forward with his back to the ash. friends, performers, dreamers, and wanderers of the night. Tonight we gather not to mourn, but to honor. Not to whisper sorrow, but to shout gratitude into the dark. For she, Madame Crèche, was no ordinary woman. She was the fire behind our wheels, the secret smile in the shadows, the fortune that told us who we were before we knew it. She danced with the stars when others slept, read the winds when others feared, and loved this carnival as fiercely as she loved each of us. In a fierceness that could warm the coldest night. Her hands painted our masks, her voice guided our steps. Her laughter, oh, her laughter could turn a storm of carnival of sparks. And even now we stand among the ashes and embers. Her fire will still burn in us. So let us light our torches, let the pyre rise, send her final journey not with tears alone, but with the flames that leap as high as her spirit. Leave every spark that flies into the sky. Carry our memories, our gratitude, our love, for she will be a part of this carnival forever, as long as it turns and music plays. Madame Crèche, guide us as you always have. Watch over your children tonight, and may the winds carry your magic wherever you go. And everyone just kind of stands there. Most of everyone's crying.
After hearing her voice, Ethereum would be too.
Goran comes up. How would you guys be standing? Would you say it's like how you guys are sitting in like Fifi, Ethereum, and
So there's,
Solara?
because Fifi's still kneeling on the ground, kind of facing the fire. So there's no flames whatsoever. It's just the circle of white
It's
ash.
just the circle.
All right. Well,
If you would have liked to do something while the pyre was burning, you are more than welcome to do that. We can just kind of like backtrack for a moment.
because Fifi would use the. I don't think it really matters which term I use. So the wild shape symbiotic entity, so that the spores come out of her. So while the flames and the ashes are kind of making branches into the sky, her spores and like the souls of her family are going into the earth as the soot falls down, so that it's kind of like a full circle rebirth.
That's fucking wonderful. That's beautiful. Goran kind of comes up, and you can see his face is wet with tears. And then behind Goran, you see the herd of folks that you guys have met, and they all are standing there. And
Thank you all for being here.
And there's a simultaneous like, yes, thank you from all the group, and you guys feel like the warmth of who they are like wrap around you.
As much as we can enjoy such moments. But she made an impact on us too in such a short time.
And as the ash starts to swirl in the wind, everyone disperses. And at this moment, what would you like to do? Would you like to stay here for a moment, or would you like to go back to the trailer, or is there anything that you would like to do in this moment?
Curiosity is peaking Therian right now. There's a lot of things he usually wouldn't consider as viable tools, but he's starting to think they could be here. Did anyone pick up that single tarot card that didn't burn?
That's what I was curious about too.
No.
I'd like to go see what it is. Not to pick it up or take it, just I want to see what it is.
When you look at it, it's the tarot, the tower card that the Golden Knight's here had put on, and she kept pulling it, and curious. You would be familiar with tarot?
He would know of them. He never really quite believed in them, but he knew of them. But now being here, he's starting to second guess his thoughts on them.
Out of curiosity, in anyone else's background, would anybody know or be familiar with tarot cards at all?
Do you think Solara would have been at all? I mean, she would have been.
It would be one of those things where because where you're from, there's
Would that-
readers, but would she have found it useful or hogwash?
She probably would have found it hogwash, but seeing that the whole pyre burnt and then that card didn't, and then I think, does she know? I feel like she would know maybe a little about it, like the tower card equals death. No, okay. Is it rebirth? I don't know what
I was
it
gonna
is.
say, I think the tower is everything's crumbling to be rebuilt.
If we're going by the legitimate meanings, it's like the tower, like, yeah, something bad has to happen for things to be rebuilt.
Okay.
Like a lot of people see it as like the worst card. It's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
if
like
we're
a
going
phoenix kind of
yeah.
ish thing.
So
Okay.
if we're going by the legitimate reason, like meanings, it would be like things have to come crashing down to like so
you can build back up better. Okay. And I think that's like if she, I don't know if she would know that, but that's very
I feel
powerful
like
that
you
it
would.
didn't burn.
that's exactly what the Therian was thinking too. Like this whole talk about destiny and stuff is really hitting him with all these coincidences.
Well, yeah, and the fact that she, we like heard in her head, and I don't know that you guys heard it, but, and, like Solara heard that when she was talking about that, like the four of us being together, like the chalice thing. And yeah, so she's starting to be like, fucking shit, this shit is real.
I think Solara and the Therian very much on the same page right now.
And then how's Fifi and Silka feeling or thinking or doing right now?
She's not really understanding the whole concept of like funerals and being sad. She's just standing there watching like the three of them.
Fifi's feeling pretty content that she was able to not disrespect them.
Because it's
But
like,
like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Let me help you out. Just
everybody give me perception checks.
okay.
15.
21.
Like, perfect. Damn, brother. A little bit of her ash got in her eyeballs.
So, Etherean, your brain right now is just going 95,000 miles a minute, and you're staring down at this tarot card, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, that you're not really focusing around you. Selka, you're kind of just staring at Etherean, like he's just being very stoic and quiet. Solara and Fifi first. You look up and you see a crooked silhouette waiting at the tree line near the water. And it's a little short, 4-foot little crooked
Oh, I
thing.
see. I see. Well, Fifi would get up from her kneeling position, kind of like take stock like where everybody is. Where is everyone?
I'm assuming like when they first walked up, like she's horizontal, right? Like long ways. She would have just been sitting there right there, just kind of like looking slightly up.
I think, well, Solara is at the fire, so.
And you would have seen Fifi look up, and you would have looked, and you would have seen like a glint of red dress
Okay.
in the edge of the woods by the water.
I think Fifi would be reaching for Selka.
And then Solara would just say out loud.
Oh my god, bro! Damn.
I think this might be a chance to talk to Augra. She's over there.
Yeah, Fifi's already like walking up to the pirate. She's gonna just grab Ethereum's arm. She's got Selka.
Oh, okay.
You're so small. Are you fast?
I don't think so.
Solara's fast.
I don't think I'm that fast.
We're the
30?
same speed.
How fast are you?
30. Oh.
I'm pretty sure you're only 30 too.
Yeah,
30.
freaking good.
I got just slow big steps.
Long strides.
I think
you guys come
Solara's
up-
gonna look at Selka and be like, if you don't like it, you're gonna have to learn to speak up, and then just keeps walking.
Just waiting to see if she does.
Well, she wants to take Dale's advice. And it's not hurting, it's just there's nothing to stand on.
It's different.
I
You've
think-
never been carried before.
I think Fifi would learn from yesterday and would switch you to how she was trying to hold Goran.
Like
She's wearing a dress.
baby.
How tight's the dress?
It is all the way to her feet.
But
So
how
it would
tight
be
is your
Yeah, but
bottom?
like, how much?
It's not loose enough to wear like because regardless if her legs are going around your hip, like her dress is getting hiked all the way up. So you
Okay,
want her
so-
ass hanging out?
So this is her back, here's her butt sitting on your hip, and your legs are over her arm. So you're just cradled.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
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 You're just cradled. You got your own personal throne.
She's close to your face now though, huh?
My mushrooms!
She's just looking. She's staring at you. Getting all the nitty gritty details. That's fine.
As you approach the woods, a raspy voice speaks. Took you long enough. She steps into the moonlight, hunched, her wild hair, her mismatched eyes, one milky and the other luminous gold. Funeral's over, tears soaked, blood already sinking into the roots. You feel it, don't ya? The land swallowing grief. It's used to the taste. She starts to, as you guys walk into the clearing, she starts to like circle you. And she's starting to like sniff the air a little bit. Yes, you were there when the Blood Duchess smiled. That changes a body. She's just looking at everybody. Answers! You want answers? Here's one. You're still breathing because she wants you to be. That should be terrifying. More to you than anything. She pulls out like a cane that she's just holding onto, and she taps it into the ground and kind of twists it a little bit. She felt the white. You felt it too. The horn fragment. She kind of looks at you with her clear eye, or her cloudy eye. That wasn't just a prop. That makes pretty lights. And her tone starts to shift a little bit. A little less mocky. You want truth? And she straightens slowly. Her spine cracks and her voice starts to deepen. And you are blind for a moment by a glowing, bright white light. And before that white light dims down, my mother's name was Amalthea. She was the last to know regret. Where Seraphim butchered her, something survived. Not flesh, not bone, a spark. lineage. I am that spark. I am the daughter of the last unicorn. And as that light comes down,
Yeah.
Augra is no longer there.
Did she say she was the last unicorn or the daughter of the last unicorn?
The daughter of the last unicorn. And as Augra fades, you see this woman standing in front of you.
Damn.
Bright white hair, a third eye across her forehead, bright silvery eyes, and trying to line that up. A dress made of lace and jeweled that looks like the tears of the fallen. And that is where we went.
Aw, you bitch.
Ah, damn it. Damn, that was perfect. This is 10:01. Gosh dang.